The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers podcast, show number 442, being recorded on January the 1st, 2024. I am one of your hosts, Jesus Gonzalez, also known as Jesus Rocks Out. Today I'm joined by my friend from the West Coast, the best coast, the Gunny Chief, Henley Mayo is back. Welcome back, Henley, welcome.
Hey everybody, Happy New Year, good to be back.
That's right, Happy New Year to you as well, and from Little Big Ohio, the Mayo, Steve Willier is back. Welcome back, Steve. Welcome.
Hey, what's up, guys? Happy New Year.
Welcome. Yeah, Happy New Year to you, too. And Happy New Year's to all of you listening out there in the world. We wish you all a great and Happy New Year. A prosperous New Year, right, Mayo? Prosperous New Year.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely a prosperous New Year for all of you. And, hope you guys had a good time during the holidays. I know I did. We've been gone for the last, 2 weeks? 2 weeks, 3 weeks? I don't remember. It's been a long time, though. I know that. Just the holidays got a little hectic for me and for all of us, kind of, right? We were all moving around.
Oh, yeah.
I actually ended up going down to California, Gunny, and of course we were down there with some family, and me and Gunny got to hang out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Gunny?
Good Gunny over there.
He's not here. He's over here talking to his wife or something.
He's already in trouble. You get him in trouble already, Jesus.
I think I did.
You talking to that Jesus guy again who come out to California the other day and caused all that trouble? I don't know if you
Sorry, guys. I was ordering burgers.
Good
timing. Yeah, it was a good time, Jesus. It was good to see you. Nice to see you and your girlfriend come down and visit. That was awesome.
Yeah, we had a good time. I know we all went out, had dinner or whatever. We had some tacos at a very fancy looking place. It was like a Mexican place, Mayo, but it's not like your typical Mexican taco place. It was like this was some hipster ass fucking Mexican joint that was like upscale looking, man. Like it doesn't look like anything like a Mexican restaurant. I'll tell you that. Like, it doesn't even look like a Mexican restaurant.
What it is, it's like I think that place was called La Tortilla, because I actually go there for tacos every so often during the middle of the week when I'm delivering. I deliver there, some wine over there, and wine, booze, other places. There's Peruvian, there's Mexican, American, all kinds of stuff right in that little area, but it's kind of connected to like the movie theater is in the front. Yeah. Or on the side, and then it's got all your restaurants and coffee shops and stuff. Not a lot of parking, but yeah, like I'm glad we were able to find parking up in that structure.
Were they good?
To walk.
Yeah, the food was good. I'll give them that. Yeah, it was pretty decent Mexican food. It wasn't bad at all. But yeah, we had a good time hanging out with Gunny and his wife and Kyle, his son.
Giant Kyle. Yeah.
Kyle is big, dude. I don't know.
He is, isn't he? I think he's like 6'3" now. Headed almost 6'3". Only 7.
When I remember when Gunny first started co-hosting with me, we got to see Kyle a few times, and he was shorter than Gunny, like way shorter than Gunny.
I mean, you would see his head in the camera, like top of his head. When we're recording.
Now he's like 1.5 feet taller than Gunny, probably 2 feet taller than Gunny almost. He is a big dude, man. Like, he is tall. He's not big like he's not fat or like big that way, but he's just tall as hell. It's like a tall, lanky kid.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
He looks like Groot or something, man. Like, he's just tall and skinny as hell. But yeah,
I just keep feeding him Doritos, milk, and Red Bull.
Yeah, we had a good time in California, man. After we went over to your place and got you guys all dropped off, we ended up going to San Francisco that evening, and we hung out at the pier.
Did you go to Pier? Did you go down to Pier 39, or did you just go? Like, where exactly did you go down there? Do you remember?
No, it was Pier 39.
Yeah, that place is nice. They actually keep it it's actually fairly clean, and they have a lot of security, and like, it's not like you see on the news where it's all bad. It's actually
it's actually
kind of its
decent.
own thing.
Yeah, it was like there was cops around, like cops walking around, and like it was nighttime when we got there, right? Because it was already it was like 9 or 8 something when we dropped you off, and then we ended up driving over there for about an hour and a half or an hour.
Did you go over the Golden Gate?
Yeah, we did. We went over that bridge. We went over the other one on the way back, and then yeah, it was cool. It was all right, man. It wasn't bad.
Yeah,
It
and
was
it's
a cool
nice.
experience.
Whenever you come back, Jesus, we ought to make it. Now, I've never been to Alcatraz, so that's something like we can schedule it like on a weekend or Monday or whatever,
Yeah.
where we can just go down. I'll get the tickets in advance because they sell out like the
Yeah.
day before. So
Yeah, that's actually something we do plan on doing next time we go around. I believe we're gonna go next August because the family down there, there's birthday parties and shit we gotta celebrate, I guess. And the kid wants to go to Alcatraz, so we're gonna be taking her to Alcatraz, I think, and checking all that shit out when we go next time. So yeah, we go with you if you want. That'd be cool, man.
yeah, let me know, and then
Um,
I'll buy some tickets and
Yeah,
get
I'd
over
be
the
down to
old
go.
famous prison.
Hell yeah, that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, we had a good time, and then New Year's came around. We had a good time then. I mean, there was a lot of traveling for me this holiday. Like, I went back and forth quite a
Yeah,
bit to California.
sounds like it.
It was it wasn't too long of a drive, but it was like a 9-hour drive there and a 9-hour
That's long
drive
enough.
back.
I'm pretty sure I can get to the ocean from Ohio in 9
When you
hours.
when you come down, Jesus, you take that whatever I can't think of the name of the highway, but it's not. Do you just come down? Oh, I guess you just come down 5
Yeah, we come down
down the middle of
I-5.
California.
Yeah, you're thinking about the coast highway, right? Like the
No, I was
101?
thinking of that one that I take up to Klamath when I go. You know where my sister lives up there, which is that one that kind of goes through Weed, California, but it has like Mount Shasta's there, and it's just amazing sight to see. You know, because you
Yeah.
see it for miles, even when you just keep driving
yeah,
north
yeah.
or south.
I remember the first time we went, it was really foggy, like almost all the way, even like through some parts of Northern California. It was just foggy, like you couldn't see much. It was just pretty much the road in front of you, and that's it. And then on the way, the second time we were driving down, it was nighttime again, but I remember seeing the mountain and like in the moonlight, I'm like, is that a fucking mountain?
It's huge. Yeah,
It was
it's
fucking huge, man. It was like big as fuck. It was just like this big giant fucking mountain, like covered in snow. Because like the
it's
whole
always in
top,
snow.
yeah, like the whole top or the top half of it was covered in snow. So it was like really bright in the moonlight. And I'm like, that shit is fucking huge. And I'm just driving on the highway looking at that thing. I'm like, oh fuck, I better pay attention to the road. But yeah, man, that
Yeah.
shit it was cool, man. Yeah, and on the way back we got to see it in the daytime, but the nighttime when the moonlight is hitting it, you don't realize like how much the moon like reflects off that snow, like the light of the moon, like it's crazy. But yeah,
Yeah, it's
it
a
was
it's a
fun
beautiful
time.
part that Northern California.
Yeah, we ended up yeah, it was a pretty okay drive. Yeah, it was 9 hours, so it felt like forever at some point. I was like, geez, this is ever gonna end? Like, fuck, man, you get kind of sleepy by
Yeah.
hour number.
You're coming
By
from
hour
what, the
numbers,
Portland area? That's
yeah,
a long drive.
yeah, like literally, we're right next to Portland, so it's pretty far drive all the way down there. But yeah, we drive through Weed, California, and shit, and we see all the signs that say, "You need some weed," all the billboards.
Yes, yeah,
Go
I've
ahead
seen
and
those.
go ahead and stop if you need some weed. Stop over
Right?
here. We have the best.
Stuffing weed for
We have
weed.
the we have the best deals on weed and weed. I saw those signs. I'm like, oh shit. But yeah, man, it was a good time. Yeah, New Year's was fun too. But yeah, what did you do, Mayo, during the holidays? Did you travel anywhere?
Yeah,
Take
there's a
the
little bit of
Camaro
work, and then I did take the Camaro out to my son had Christmas up at his place. It was like an hour and a half drive, nothing far. And then that was like a late, like late night coming back, and I had the kids kind of hanging out here, and I don't know, we did some gaming, did some working, and then and that led into New Year's, and then pretty much
Yeah,
New Year's we just kind of went out.
nice, nice.
I did it all
Yeah.
wrong,
Nothing
guys.
too exciting.
I got wasted the day before New Year's. So I was
You
like
got it in
recovering.
early.
Yeah. On New Year's
Fucking
Day.
goodness. Yeah, man. I was pretty drunk on Christmas Eve. Yeah, I was fucking drunk as hell
Oh
actually.
yeah, I
wasn't
think
just
you
pretty
sent us a
drunk.
text saying something about that. I can't remember what it was,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I was drunk. I think we ended up at a Jack in the Box like at 2:30 in the morning or
yeah,
Yeah.
something.
that's what it
Yeah.
was. You ordered the whole
Oh,
menu. You
so
said.
yeah, I wanted
Just
the
give
whole
me
menu.
everything.
My girlfriend was like, "No, dude, I'm getting you 2 things," and I wanted like everything. I was like, "Give me this, give me this, give me this." She was like, "I limited you to 2 things," and I think I only ended up eating like one of the things because like I wasn't really hungry. I just thought it all looked good, so I just wanted to have it all.
So you
But
wanted to order it all, not eat it.
but not. I wasn't that hungry, honestly. I just wanted some food, but I didn't want to eat all of it. And then when she gave me all the food, I'm like, "What the hell is this?" And she's like, "This is the food you wanted." I'm like, "Oh." I'm like, when did I order it? She's like, "Just now. We were at the drive-through window, and they were already giving us our food."
You were
I'm
gone,
like,
so far
I was
gone.
like, "I don't remember any of the drive here or me ordering anything." And she's like, "You literally just ordered a chicken sandwich, an ultimate bacon cheeseburger, and you wanted some other shit, but I told you no." I was like, "Oh fuck." I was like, "Oh man, no, that's pretty bad." But yeah, it was a fun time though, man. Christmas Eve was really fun. It was kind of crazy out there, but yeah, we had a lot of fun with the family.
Nice. I know I texted you guys yesterday. It's like, guys, I'm old. I'm gonna try and stay up tonight to see it through to the 2024, and I did it, guys. I stayed up till
You stayed up?
12:30.
I completely missed it. Like I was busy. I was busy. And next thing I know, I looked at the clock and it was like 1:30, and I'm like, oh, okay, crap. Well, Happy New Year.
Well, yeah, I was gaming. I was sitting here gaming for like a couple hours till 12:30.
Yeah, I ended up staying up. My girlfriend, she fell asleep, but I stayed up. I woke her up. She's like, "Why the hell are you waking me up?" I'm like, "'Cause it's fucking New Year's." And then the neighbors are all shooting fireworks and shit.
Yeah.
They bought some fireworks and they're shooting them off, like going off in the air, hella loud. I was like, "Yeah, at least we got a fireworks show."
Nice. My
But it
neighbors
was
do the
fun.
same.
Yeah, it was cool though, man. It was a fun time. But yeah, hopefully everyone out there listening had a good time, and we hope y'all had a good Christmas. A good Christmas. I got a lot of gift cards for Christmas.
Nice.
I got
Yeah,
like
I got
I got like $100 on my PlayStation account. I don't even know what to spend it on. I
got a bottle
I
of
have no
whiskey.
clue. Like I have no clue what to spend it on. I went onto the PlayStation
And
store the other day,
they'll make something
and
eventually, right?
I was like, I don't know what to buy. I own almost everything on here, and the exclusives I already own, like all the major ones. Like I own Horizon, I own God of War, I own Spider Man, I own The Last of Us, Uncharted. I already played and own. So I'm like, what do I
Wait for The Last
want?
of Us. What's the remake? Part 2, or I don't know if it's a
Yeah,
remaster or a remake.
remaster. But I think I already have that one, don't I?
They make one? I
Because
didn't know they had a remake.
didn't they? Yeah, they have a remaster of it already. Yeah,
Was
because
number 2?
they released it on the PS4 and then they released it again on the PS5.
Yeah, but that's more of a, what do you call it?
But no, it was a
It's a
remaster.
little different. Okay, but I don't know. I think the second one, because there's a PlayStation
Yeah,
guy
I think they did the
follow.
first one. I didn't
Yeah.
think they did the second one.
No, they
Yeah,
did both of them. They did both of them. Remember, because we were giving them shit because they had just released. They had just
I'll
released the
check it
first
out.
game. They just released the first game, and then the PS5 came out, and then they released it again for the PS5. It's like The Last of Us 2 remastered or something. That's the one that they added to the PC, I think, or maybe the first one. I don't know. I don't think the
Let's
second one.
see. Okay, it says here,
Yeah.
players who already own The Last of Us Part 2 on PS4 will be able to upgrade for $10. So this was as of December 5th. The second one, remastered, is available for pre-order starting today.
Oh, so it's
that
not
was
out yet.
No, because it said here so that was like almost a month ago.
I really want to play that game again all the way through, though. I don't know.
I've never played the second one yet, so I will.
The second one. The
I
second
was
one was
waiting for the
good.
remaster. That's why, because I played the remastered
Yeah.
first one. No, I didn't. I take
Yeah.
it back. I did not play the remastered first one. I played the PS4 version, but like the newest version of
Yeah.
it. You know how PlayStation is, the third one.
Yeah,
You know?
the fourth
The one-
version of the first game.
Yeah, it was on PS Plus, so I didn't have to pay nothing for it.
But yeah, they
I think the what was it? It's called No Return, the survival mode. I don't know if that's part of it or that was the thing that was canceled. I can't remember. But either way, Jesus, it does have PlayStation 5 enhancements. Let's see, new ways to play, graphical improvements, full DualSense wireless control support. Yeah, so just upgrade it for $10 if you own it on PlayStation 4.
Alrighty. Well, okay. Anyways.
January 19th, I think, is when it looks like when it'll be available. So 2 more weeks.
Cool. Well, let's get to the show here, I guess. This is the podcast about video games. You can follow us on Twitter at _horriblegamers. Join our Facebook group, Horrible Gamers Podcast Community. It's a close group, and then you post in there, stays in there, so it doesn't show up on your feed to your friends and whatnot. You can also support the show at the Money by heading on over to Patreon, patreon.com, and search for Horrible Gamers, and you'll find us. Like our friend Leahy has, Jason Sams, Robert Noble, Chad, Henley, at Porkchop, Nipron, Mayo, Evan, Rod Dog, Bark Tanaka, and Bill Garner, second of his name, renowned first ever HGP Patreon, Father of Dragons, Elden Lord, and Starborn, Pirate of the Cosmos. Thanks all of you for being Patreon supporters. We sincerely appreciate it. And also a big shout out to our friend over on Discord. We have a winner for the Christmas tree contest, guys. And that was... we gotta find his name. He's up here on the list. Daniel Martinez won the contest. Now, his Christmas tree is pretty nice. It was very festive. And it had a Mario star on the top. I think that's what won it, guys. I think the Mario star did it.
Is that what it was?
Or was it the dead cat from... is that from Lampoons, right?
I think so. But, yeah. He won.
Lots of nice trees. Lots of nice trees.
But there was a lot of nice trees.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised Gunny's didn't win. I mean,
I only got 3
I figured
Santas.
it was really close, but...
Gunny's tree could have won. Could have won Gunny.
It was only because he was excluded. I think that was the only reason Gunny didn't win.
Oh yeah, you're probably right.
I think there's two. There's a couple here. There's there's Daniel's tree with the star, and then we also have here Bill Garner's. I like his tree with the baby gates around it, but they're different colored baby gates.
Oh, different colored baby gates.
Yeah, there's like a blue and a red. I wonder. It looks like a yellow on the other side. The baby's just trying to get to the tree, like you can tell. Ready to climb that tree.
They had to baby proof it.
Otherwise, you open up all here. I can't tell.
That's what they should have did with Evan's pree. They should have proof Evan's tree. Did you see Evans?
Yeah, they should have. No, I haven't seen Evans. Where's Evans at?
He was a late entry.
Oh, I like his tree.
I see his tree. It's very festive. Yeah.
Wrong, Evan. What's okay? So he's got hanging nut sacks, but what's the vacuum cleaner for, man? Really? What mess is that cleaning up? Has it got real pine needles on it?
Y'all leave Evan's tree alone, man. Leave Evan's tree alone, Gunny. Okay. Now, in all fairness, I like also what's his name?
Look at
question machine. The question machine. G55 train. What's his name?
Brian.
Brian Tulp Jr. Yeah.
I like
his setup. Yeah, 2 trees next to the TV. That's pretty fancy there, man. That's like some fucking hotel status type shit right there, you know? Like, looks very fancy. Lots of big boxes there on his gifts, too.
Yeah.
You think
How many kids does he have? Is it 2 boys?
I think mine is the big box with like the snowman snowboarding or whatever. The Yeti snowboarding and the penguin. I think that's my box. I accept it any time, Brian. Just go ahead and send it down to me, buddy.
I'm sure the shipping would be cheap from Canada.
Yeah.
He should just bring it to me, and then I can maybe ship it to
you. Nico's tree looks very lovely, too. A lot of good trees on here, but there could only be one winner, gentlemen. And that was Daniel Martinez. I got him a Steam gift card. That's what he wanted. So I got that to him. And that wasn't easy to get, man. I'll be honest with you. Because apparently Steam doesn't really sell digital cards. It's fucking weird. And then...
Well, really?
Yeah. And then to add him... I try to add him on Steam, right, as a friend.
And you couldn't do it right away, probably.
Because I had just recently added him. When I clicked on his name to send a gift card, it said, you cannot send a gift card to this friend yet. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's to protect you so you don't make a new friend and just send them money, whatever. Now, they do have the gift cards. They're not real, you don't see them a whole lot around here. But for some reason, some of my gas stations around here have them. And I don't know why. Like some of our grocery stores will have them. But our Speedway gas station seems to be the easiest one to find them at. Like they always have them.
Speedway? Okay. We
So
have a
yeah,
few here.
I can go to Speedway and pick up a Steam card at any time almost.
So my
Yeah.
wife got some of the, like, she wanted to get a Steam card for Kyle, my son. And like, instead of like Roblox or something, but something 40, 60, 80, whatever it was. And then I think they went to Target and they weren't available there. But I told her, I always see like a bigger display, like at the Safeway grocery stores. And I think that's Vaughn's in Southern California. But I mean, we don't go there often, but yeah, I think she just, I don't know, just had me send it to them or something through Steam because they were out.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, it was kind of a fucking pain in the ass to find one, but I ended up finding one. I think I found it on CD Keys or something, and there was a digital code like they emailed
you
it
bought
to
on
me.
the cheap one, huh? No, I'm kidding.
Well, it wasn't. It was the same price actually. Yeah, so it wasn't. I think I may have saved like 20 cents or something, maybe. I got a deal
and CD
on
Keys
that.
is pretty good. I always got to pimp those guys out because they're pretty good about getting you the code pretty quick.
Oh, really fast, like in a minute. Like they email
Yeah.
you and they say, click on this shit, and then your code's right there. And I just take a screenshot of the code and then I typed it out to him and I send them the screenshot as well. And I told him, congratulations, man, you won. He said he was going to be picking up. He was going to be picking up Baldur's Gate 3, and I think he did because he was asking questions.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I think he was talking in the community about Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah. Yeah, because he said he was looking forward to playing Baldur's Gate 3 with it. Because he said thanks to the contest, he's able to purchase it right now. I'm like, all right, man, hell yeah, get yourself Baldur's Gate 3. That's not a bad game to pick up. Game
of the year.
Yeah, literally one of the best games of the year, if not the best game of the year. You made a good choice. Now, if you would have picked something stupid like fucking, I don't know, what's that one game that's being shut down in like 10 days? A day after tomorrow or the day before?
Like that, yeah. The one I was following for a while, and I was like, I know this is a scam. This has got to be a scam.
I would have been like, you forfeit your prize. No. We don't get to choose what you buy. You buy whatever you want. That's why I asked him what platform he wanted it for, and he quickly said Steam, and I was like, all right. I just never realized how hard it is to find a digital fucking code for Steam. Like you cannot find them.
Well, next one I can pick it up. We'll figure it out. I know.
Like even on Amazon, they don't have digital codes. They have to send you the card, the physical card, to your house to scratch it and open. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
all these scammers out there, doing the
I don't know,
gift card
man.
scam, I guess, making it harder for us.
But yeah, congrats to him for winning the contest, and thanks to everyone who participated in the contest. I know Billy was trying to win. He was trying to persuade us with the babies, and it just didn't work out for you, Billy. I'm sorry.
Trying to break the gates down.
He had to sell his pop collection because of that situation. Yeah, he was banking on winning that money that he, eventually didn't win, and then he had to sell his pop collection, and it's all downhill from here, man. I don't know.
As long as he keeps the Marvel collection.
He has a lot, dude. I remember when I went to his house a while back. Was it a few years ago? I went to Billy's house, and fuck, man, like everything was covered in pops. I'm talking everything, dude. You walk in the living room, there's pops everywhere. You walk in the kitchen, there's pops everywhere. I'm talking like every fucking counter, every shelf had a pop figure on it. Like everything, dude. Like in boxes, everything was just everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how many of these fucking things do you have in this house? He's like, oh, this is just like half of my collection. The other half is like in storage. I was like, what the fuck? It was pretty bad, Billy.
Yeah.
It was like hoarder status, kind of. No, his house was very clean and organized. He just had pops everywhere, like on all the shelves. Everything was just like decorated with pops, dude. It was kind of crazy.
Now he's into mini pops, right?
Oh, is it the mini ones now that he's into?
I don't know. I don't know if I think those are a thing still. The mini pops, is that what they're called?
I think so, because I seen them
I don't know.
They're like little. They're like in little boxes. They're like in little boxes like this big.
I've got like the keychains.
Yeah, and they're like little.
That I hang on the ceiling.
Things. Oh god, that's nuts. But yeah, man. Anyways, talk about some more video game stuff here. Big shout out to Phantomic for the intro and outro music to the podcast. And head on over to Redbubble, get yourself some nice fucking things. If you just search for us on there and buy yourself a t-shirt or something. like 2 cents of that T-shirt goes to us. I haven't even checked that in like forever. So I don't even know how much money's in there. We could be really rich right now, guys, and I don't even know.
Somebody could have ordered 100 shirts, 100 sweatshirts by now.
Yeah,
It's winter.
Someone got like 1,000 sweatshirts, and we wouldn't even know. I don't know.
Gave them out at their local church,
Yeah, gave them out to the homeless or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say give to the homeless.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, they are very good quality sweatshirts, though. If you get the sweatshirt, they are nice and warm and then thick.
They are. They're the thick kind of like hoodie. They're not like the little. Because you buy hoodies sometimes and they're kind of thin and they don't really like do much. But these are like the thick ones, like the nice ones, the ones that keep you warm. But yeah, gentlemen, let's talk about video games that we've been playing this week in the last few weeks, I guess. Starting off real quick, of course, I did play some more Call of Duty, and I'm kind of like, I don't know, I haven't touched that I want to say about 2 weeks now. I know I played it before I left to California, and I haven't touched it since. I don't know. Kind of got tired of it, or I don't know, bored of it. I don't know what it was. I played quite a bit of it though during that time, so maybe I just kind of burned myself out on it. But it's Call of Duty. I don't know when the season ends. This current season, I have no idea when it ends. Hopefully not soon, because I still got to go through that battle pass. Like I have a lot of that battle pass left to do. Like more than 3/4 of it, probably, maybe. I've done probably a quarter of the battle pass. So I got 3/4 left. But yeah, so played some of that. I haven't gone back to any of the other shit like Battlefield or anything like that. I did end up playing, though, some of this one game. It's called Ratopia. It's like an early access game, Mayo and Gunny. Mm-hmm. It's on Steam. And I played the demo of it, but I don't know if I like it or
What's
not.
It called? Rap or rat?
Rat. Like a rat. Like a Mickey Mouse rat. Like a rat. Ratopia.
Isn't Mickey Mouse more, I don't know, like a cartoon, nice looking rat or mouse?
He's a mouse. These are like rats though. These are like these are like Fido Goes West rats, kind of like. These are just rats. I guess those are mice, but these are rats. Okay, and the thing about this game is you start off Gunny and Mayo, and you're the rat queen or king or whatever. You can create a character, and as the rat king or queen, your job is to start like a colony in the forest or whatever, and then as you build your colony, it grows, and then you like solve the problems of the colony. Like, oh, we need food. Oh, we need soldiers. Oh, we need this and that or whatever the fuck, right? But guys, there's a twist to this one. There's also like a thing where the game is it's almost like Frostpunk, and people say like it's like Oxygen Not Included. I haven't played that game. But they say it's like those games where like there's an economy system in this game though too. And so it's not just the needs and the basic needs that the people need, right? So they don't just need water and like food and whatever. They also need to be like happy with you. So like if you don't have enough jobs for the people, then they start becoming criminals, Mayo. Okay? Like the rats become rat criminals and they start stabbing and robbing your people in the village. Like they're like rat gangs form, and you have to send your military to like beat up the rat gang or whatever, and like disband him or whatever, like take him out, But there's also like your military like protects you. Your military protects the village, but they also like they're like your personal protectors too, right? As the king, you have your military protect you. But like if the people revolt against you, the military could defend you against them. But if you don't have enough money to pay your military, Mayo, then your military might just be the ones that turn against you and come and kill you.
I was going to say, do they turn on you?
Yeah. Like if you don't have enough money to pay... if you don't have enough money to pay your bodyguards to defend you, then motherfuckers will turn around and kill you themselves. Because they're like, fuck you, you're a piece of shit. You don't pay us enough or whatever. You don't feed us or whatever. Like, you're a fucking bad person. And then they come and kill you.
You're a bad dictator.
Yeah, they come and kill you themselves.
Rat. You're a rat.
Yeah. But so the game is in early access still, so there's a lot of bugs in the game. Some people think the economy is bugged because the way like it could collapse really fast. Like if you just mismanage it a little bit, it just goes to shit really, really fast. But we'll see what happens with this game. I think this game is going to be popular. I think that it's going to become like Oxygen Not Included, where it's really popular with some people, like people that like these types of games will like it. and people that don't like it will just have no interest in it. And speaking of Oxygen Not Included, I did end up buying that on the Steam sale, but I quickly refunded that game because I was like, I'm not getting into this shit. I'm not doing
I
it.
know
Man.
that I know
Why is
I've
that?
talked to Ghost Nico in the chat while he was playing it. This was like it was a while back too. It was like at least I want to say it was like 2 months ago, and then we were talking about it again this weekend, or was it
Yeah.
earlier in the week during the holiday? But he said he's having a lot of fun with it now. Maybe he's figured out a lot of the mechanics to the game
Mhm.
because he said it was really hard at first. People were pissing all over the floor, didn't know how to make a restroom, stuff like that. They were
Yeah.
getting sick, they
Oh,
were dying.
yeah. I don't know what
That was
exactly.
oxygen not included, of course.
Yeah. Well, I think I launched it, Mayo, and the problem with me with that game was that like it has no tutorials at all. Like the game doesn't have like a tutorial. I don't think. I don't know if I didn't see one. I just put new game, and I picked the map. I picked whatever, and then you pick the 3 characters you start with, and then you just start. It doesn't tell you to do anything. It's just you're on a level, and then like you're like in the beginning, and you have to mine things, I guess, and like build a camp or whatever. But like, there's no like direction, like at all. You understand what I'm saying? So it was really like difficult. I'm
Yeah.
like, I even told Ghost Nico, like, how do you learn this? He's like, oh, you just watch YouTube videos or something.
Yep, that's what you got to do.
I'm like, no, I'm not gonna watch YouTube videos to learn how to play a game, dude. Like, a game should be able to tell you how to play it. Like, if the fucking developer doesn't take time to tell you how to play their game, then why the hell do they expect you to play it? That's just my opinion, you know? Like, I
Yeah,
don't know.
that was kind of my thing at first about Baldur's Gate. Like when I first jumped in it, I was kind of lost for a minute. Like
Yeah.
you had a couple tool tips, but it was very quick. Like it was
Yeah.
like a quick, like, hey, here's this. Okay, now go. And I'm like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
like, go where? What am I doing? And you just kind of just go and you just end up doing things. But that was kind of the way I thought about Baldur's Gate at first. And then after I watched that one like informative video I put in Discord, some things about character creation and all that kind of stuff made
Yeah.
more sense to me. And then I had a better idea of how the combat was working, and the game made way more sense.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, the Oxygen Not Included. I don't know if it has a tutorial. Maybe
he said
it
it
has
doesn't. I believe he said it does not have one. He said it doesn't hold your hand, so that tells me no.
It doesn't hold your hand. No, because when you launch this, like, I just picked new game, right? And that's all I did was I put new game, and it's had me select a map, and it said, do you want to play on the DLC maps or the original? And I was like, original. And then it was like, okay, pick your 3 characters with the traits. I did that. And then you just spawn in the world. And then I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, I was clicking on shit, and they were like mining stuff, but then they got trapped on some hole because they mined too deep or something. They couldn't get back up. And it's like, the game told me, well, if your characters get stuck, try to build a ladder or something to get them out. And I'm like, okay, how do I build? And it was too much. I was like, I can't do this. Like, I don't want to do this. So I didn't do it.
Well, if it's early access, I mean, it's something they're going to add later. So
No, I don't think that game is early access.
no, it's just designed to be that way, huh?
Yeah, Oxygen Not Included. I think it's already out. Like out. Like, I mean, they have fucking DLC packs for it. Why would they allow that on early access? I don't know. But yeah, speaking of games like that, though, I did play quite a bit of Frostpunk, man, and I ended up playing the what was it? I ended up playing the Refugees DLC, which is the Refugees one is where you have to accept all the people that
for the
keep
boat?
coming. I don't know where they come from, but they keep coming from somewhere, and there's like a lot of people, dude, and you have to constantly like have enough food and doctors and clinics and fucking like wood and housing and everything for all these people because they keep coming in. Some of them are sick, some of them are dying already as they're coming to your village or whatever. And I actually beat it in a pretty good spot. Like, I was able to accept everyone that was wanted to come into my city got accepted, and we ended up surviving the storm or whatever, like the major storm at the end of the game. Like, we survived it and I won. And I was like, oh shit. I'm like, that's pretty cool. But I ended up doing a different thing than usual. So usually I go like the crazy route where you have like all the like the guards and the prisons and like you build the watchtowers and all that shit. Well, this time I ended up going the faith route, Gunny, where like you go like all out on the faith, right? So like you go like to the top where the faith, like where you build a cathedral and like you have like some crazy like police from the church and shit walking around and all that shit. That shit was nuts. I'm like, that's
Yeah.
fucking crazy. Like,
That's the way to go right there. Go the faith route,
hey,
right? We have no
yeah, man.
food, but have faith, okay? Just go hungry, starve, but have faith. Okay, I will.
Yeah, the people never get mad or whatever. Like they
Yeah,
just
they
never,
don't retaliate.
they don't lose hope and they don't get mad or something. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, so I had all these people like all happy and shit, and like they were getting whipped.
They all weigh
At,
70 pounds, you know, and they
yeah, at some point they were all getting whipped in like the middle of my city. I don't know what they did. They did something and they were getting whipped. Like getting like that chick from Game of Thrones. They were getting shamed in like the middle of the fucking thing, and the people were telling them to repent for their actions or whatever. And I'm like, what the hell do they do? And it was
they
like,
probably stole like
they're-
a little piece of bread or something. They from the
yeah, they were like whipping like 4 guys in the middle of the fucking city. Like they were like getting slashes on their back with like
from
a
the
whip.
I think they call it kitchens in the game.
I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know. It was weird, but yeah, I ended up beating that DLC, and I did beat the other one I told you guys last time, the Autumn one.
Yeah,
And now
Autumn, yeah.
I'm working on the Edge one, like on the Edge. And that one's kind of difficult because there's no wood in that map,
Oh, that one's
and
tough. Yeah.
that one's really tough. But I think I'm almost
Is that
there.
is that where you
I've-
build a bridge? Got to build a couple of bridges.
No,
Yeah.
that's the other one. That's the rifts. This is
The rift, okay.
the one that I'm on is you're like on a little tiny section on the edge of like a mountain or something, but you have to like it's the one where you have a cave that has like unlimited what's that shit
Coal.
called, metal? Like no, it has unlimited metal, but there's not enough wood on the map and there's no food. You can't have hunters either. So you have to establish like outposts with other communities in the map and have them send you food or whatever, or like supplies. And then you have to send them supplies in return, right? To like build up favor with them or whatever. And that shit's hard as fuck. I think I think I got it though. I think like the maybe 1 or 2 more tries and I will beat it because I've gotten pretty far in it. I got into the point where I feel like I can beat this. I know I
You know
can.
the meta now, right? Yeah.
Like there's some mistakes that I've made, but I'm figuring it all out. Like I know what steps I need to be taking to get this far, and I've done it multiple times now where I know what I'm doing. There's just a few things that go wrong that I don't account for, that I fuck up on, you know, where I don't have enough people, or like I run out of fucking coal and everyone freezes to death and people start dying left and right. Or like I run out of wood and I just forgot to build a sawmill, but now I don't have enough wood to build a sawmill.
Yeah.
And there's no
yeah.
fucking wood at all, and the people are mad. And
Then you got to destroy the houses, take that down
Yeah,
for the wood, and they're like, "Well, what the fuck do you
yeah.
expect me to do? Go stand
Yeah,
in
and
front of the furnace or whatever it's called."
Yeah, the people get mad at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked. But yeah, I've been playing some of that as well. And besides all that, what else did I play? No, I played something else. I don't remember at the top of my head, but I played something else. I just don't recall at the moment. Oh, wait. No, it was a new game. Avatar.
Yeah, you were playing that today, right?
Yeah. I was playing that right before the show, actually. I can't believe I forgot about that, Mayo. But
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about this game actually.
Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. I ended up buying it on the Epic Store, guys. Wow, look at that. Look at me. Oh, yeah. On the Epic
I know. I bought
exclusive.
something on Epic yesterday with my coupon.
Yeah, it was an Epic exclusive, guys. And then Epic has a 33% off coupon or some shit on their store. And so I ended up using that coupon applied towards the sale. And I ended up getting it for like 40 something, like $43, I think, or something like that, or $44. Anyways, I felt like it was a decent price for what I got it, you know? So I ended up buying it. And I will say, this feels like a Ubisoft game, but with that being said, it doesn't feel bad. Like, it's actually a pretty well done game. I'm having fun with it. The world is fucking stunning. It really is. The world that they built of Pandora or whatever the fuck, right? Like, if you've seen the Avatar movies, which I would assume most people have, or at least part of them or something.
I think it feels like the first one more jungle-like rather than, more ocean in the second movie.
Yeah, it's very cool, man. Like there's all these jungles, very lush, very dense jungles. And as you're walking around the map, the everything reacts to the way you move through the jungle. Like all the grass moves out of like If you touch a plant, it moves. If you touch the grass, it's moving. Everything's moving. The water, everything's fucking well done. Like the graphics, no complaints whatsoever on the graphic side. Like it really is one of the best looking games, I would say, of 2023. Right? It really is one of the best looking games.
Yeah,
I
believe I
can't
mentioned
really
that
think.
last time when I played it.
Yeah,
Which I haven't really played it in the last couple of weeks, but yeah,
I
it is like that area is just stunning, even on the Series X, just playing on a regular 4K TV.
Yeah, I can't think of a game that looked better than this, or like is as dense as this game. Like has that much detail on it that came out last year.
Is this running Unreal 5? Do you know?
I don't know. It's running the Ubisoft, their updated Snowdrop engine.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
So that's the engine they use for
Far
they
Cry.
use it
Right?
for
Far Cry?
no for
Creed?
No?
I can't remember now. I'm
no
guessing.
the Division.
That's it. Yep.
Oh, okay.
They use it for the Division. So yeah, and they use it for Assassin's Creed sometimes too, I think. But it's called Snowdrop or something like that. But this is like the updated one. They said this is the one they're going to be using for the next whatever the Division is, Division 3, I guess. But this
I
is
also feel
a
like they did a
fucking
great
good
job
game.
with the characters.
Yeah, they're cool, man. The characters are cool, like blue avatar people. I don't really know their fucking names.
I forgot
I
their
don't
name, but I can't even
fucking
pronounce
care.
it.
Whatever the fuck they are. I don't know their names. I don't remember them. But you start off as a Avatar kid, like you're a Navi, like one of the big blue people, but as a little kid, and you're part of like you're part of like this program that the humans are running, where they're trying to teach little kids how to be like ambassadors for humans towards the Navi people. You know what I mean? So they're like they have little Navi little blue cats things or whatever, like as little kids, and they're teaching them like human ways, like how to be a human, but they're not human, they're the Navis. And then something happens, it all goes to shit, they get attacked or something, they put you to sleep, and you wake up like 20 years later or something, and you're grown up, but you don't know what happened, and like apparently the war broke out between the humans and the Navi or whatever the fuck, right? So yeah, that happens.
That's the part I missed, Jesus. That's the part I missed because I was
Oh
when I
fuck! You
get
missed that part. That's the beginning of
fuck
the
if I know because
game.
when I got to the second
That's like the
encampment,
first
you
10
call it,
minutes.
dude, I don't know what happened. Maybe my game screwed up because they kept referring to something like you were talking about, like 20 years, 10 years ago, and I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? Maybe I went up to stood up to get a drink and missed part of the story because I'm like, wait, what? All I know is I was just trying to escape
Gunny
because they
walked
wanted
away
to
and
kill
Kyle
me.
played it for him is what happened.
Gunny doesn't know the whole
Yeah.
setup. He missed it all.
My game
Yeah,
glitched.
You know like how
but
when you have Jesus when you have little kids, right? And you like beat the level for the kid and you give him back the controller.
yeah,
He probably
that's
had
what happened
Kyle
with
beat it for
Gunny.
him and then gave it back to Gunny. He's like, "Here you go, Gunny. You can play now."
What did he beat for him? It was just cutscenes for like 10 minutes. Like,
Yeah,
what the
I must have
fuck?
accidentally skipped that part because I
You
was like
must have
just
done
trying to piece it
something, dude.
together.
Because it just starts off like that, yeah. Like you're a little kid, and then they're teaching you in a classroom, and then like your sister tries to be defiant towards the main director guy or whatever for the humans, and she ends up getting shot by someone because she didn't follow the rules or some shit, and then she dies. So that's like your vengeance story right there. And then some shit happens between the humans and the other blue people, and they get attacked, and then they try to come kill you, and then they put you in a sleep pod, and you wake up like 20 years later, and then that's the world you're in now. Like the war's been going on for like this whole time, and you're just released into the fucking jungle. Like there's like a little I would say almost a tutorial area where like in the beginning where you're trying to escape from the base or whatever. So they're teaching you about like the stealth mechanics and like, oh, like you're stronger than the humans, you're taller than them, you're bigger than them. Like you can, if you walk up to one, you can just punch them and they'll go flying across the room because you're this big blue fucking alien thing, and they're just a human, like normal size human, you know. So there's all that kind of going on, and they show you the mechs that the people ride, like the humans, the mechs they have to fight you or whatever, and how to take them out. And but yeah, once you get into the jungle, it's really like vibrant colors, man, vibrant fucking colors, like really nice looking fucking trees and plants and the weird looking alien animals, and
Yeah,
It looks
one of my
beautiful.
coworkers, he was telling me about the game, and he described it kind of like he said when you started off, you're kind of like sneaking around, and you were like it's kind of like dark or whatever, and then he goes, you kind of start seeing a little more hints of jungle, then a little more, then a little more. He said then you like kind of come out, I don't know if it was like a cave or a doorway or what it was. And
Yeah,
it's like it's just massive, like open up, like really good looking game, massive environment you kind of walk out into.
yeah.
It's like a big reveal of the world, and he said it was really cool.
Yeah, the way they do reveal that is really cool because you go down like this long corridor and you see this light at the end of the tunnel, right?
Yeah,
And
that's what
as
he
you're
was telling me, and you
walking,
can like
yeah, as you're walking towards it, the music starts swelling up, like they cue the music up, and the music starts coming in, and the closer you get, the music starts getting louder and more epic. And then as soon as you step in the door, like everything goes white for a second because it's really bright, and then everything clears up, and you're like in this crazy looking jungle. Like it's like, whoa, what the fuck?
Kind of reminds me of a moment playing. Might have been Metro 2033 or the second game. Something to that vein. But no, that was more apocalyptic. But still,
Yeah.
kind of a similar moment.
Yeah, you get into a beautiful looking world, man, and it's nice. And like I said, what I like about the world is that everything kind of reacts to you. All the animals, all the plants. As you're walking near some plants can damage you. Some plants can heal you. Some plants give you like extra boost. Some plants even give you like perks. Like I walked up to this plant and I was like, this plant looks interesting. Like it looks different than all the other ones. But like some music was playing. I was like, why is this music playing when I walk near this thing? So I got really close to it and it said press X to touch. And I was like, okay. And I pressed X and it touched it and it said, oh, your health has now been increased by 10 points. And it said, some of these plants are scattered throughout the world. If you find them, it'll give you boosts to like different things like your speed, your health, your sneakiness, your attack damage or whatever, and all that shit. Now, in a typical Ubisoft fashion, this game does have like a gear mechanic where like you have your body armor, right? So like you have your leg armor, your arm armor, and like your chest armor, and then you have crafting, and you have cooking as well. There's like a cooking mechanic in this game
Yeah,
where you
from the
can like
different. I think the plants that you can pick up.
and the animals you can hunt. So you hunt animals, and if you kill animals, but I've noticed this: if you kill them with the gun, it'll say the animal's been ruined, so
Right.
you can't get anything off the animal. But if you use your bow and arrow and you kill an animal, it'll say like a clean kill or whatever. It'll say
Typical kind of Far Cry.
yeah, it'll say
mechanic.
clean kill or whatever. Then you get there, and then you can take off the meat or whatever from the animal, and then you can use that meat to cook it. And there's like a whole little like cutscene that plays when you're cooking food, and like it's almost like I would say like that's like Zelda, dude. Like when you're cooking the food in Zelda, and you're kind of just mixing the ingredients together to figure out like recipes. That's what this is like. So you have like a meat and you have like a plant, like a mushroom or a fucking leaf or a fucking root or something, and you can mix them together and it'll say, boom, like you've created this, and this gives you like a 20% increase to damage resistance, and it also gives you like a sneaking bonus for 15 minutes. You can sneak better or whatever. Or for 20 minutes, you can hold your breath underwater longer or whatever. Like some of the meals give you different perk bonuses. So I guess that's the point of cooking them.
Yeah, because you can just eat it raw. I believe. I believe I was just kind of
You can.
being lazy doing that, and I don't think it goes bad, or at least it hasn't. The meat hasn't
No.
gone rancid on me.
No,
Or
it doesn't.
I think it has a hunger meter, right? Where it even tells you.
There is a hunger meter in the game. So there's your health bar, and then underneath it there's like another bar. It's called your energy, and it doesn't really affect like your running speed or anything. But what it does is like if you get hurt normally, your health regenerates eventually.
That's it.
But that uses up your energy, and if you run around for quite a while and you just don't eat at all, your energy starts going down, and the speed at which your health recovers is a lot slower. And once that runs out all the way, then your health doesn't recover at all. Like your health, whatever damage you take is what it stays at. And so, like, I don't know, like, it doesn't really, I haven't seen it affect my stamina because I did run out of it. Like, it said, you need to eat something. And I was like, what the fuck? Why do I need to eat something? This is kind of stupid. But I did end up eating it and it said, oh, your energy has been restored. Now your health will regenerate at 100%. But there's also like these other little pods you can pick up that heal you. Like if you take a few gunshots and you're really hurt, you can just take these pods really fast and they'll heal you like automatically, like kind of like really fast. They'll fill up your health or whatever. But yeah, the game plays a lot like a Ubisoft game, like I would say like a Far Cry game or whatever.
Yeah,
It really
100%.
does.
And you have
Big
that.
open world, little bases to take over, Gunny.
So I've only taken over. Well, I've only gotten to like the first base as far as where. So that one consists of the Avatar, alien, fucking whatever's, and then also humans, because there is like an introduction as to who everybody is and where everything's at, and the crafting and all that stuff, and purchase armor and weapons and guns and better bow and arrows and shit like that. So yeah, that's what keeps me going. Like I'm like, fuck yeah, I want that bow and that gun.
For sure. But yeah, man, I am liking the game, and I kind of want to get into it more, and I want to kind of see that world more, because it's kind of cool, Mayo. When you're in the jungle, right, you got like this very beautiful, lush green jungle, right? Everything's really vibrant and colorful.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get near a base where like they're called like extraction zones or
mining,
something. It's
like a mining,
or like it's like it's like something like that. Where like where the fuck the humans are. They're polluting the planet, right? Because they have all these machines and shit. And they'll usually have like a big drill that's drilling into the ground that's taking like the minerals out of the earth or whatever. And when you get near that area, everything's like dead. Everything turns gray and dead, and like all the plants are fucking dead. Everything's dead. It's fucking crazy looking. Because everything goes from being like a really bright green to just fucking gray and black and dead. And then when you blow up the machine, everything starts to come back. All the like you can see the color starts to come back. And then everything kind of heals up again. It's kind of crazy looking.
That sounds like a neat little addition, like just kind of.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man, the way they do that. But yeah, I'm liking the Avatar game. I hope we get to use more guns, because I do have a gun. Do you have a gun, Gunny?
Yes, I have one gun.
Yeah, I have that gun.
Like the
too,
one, whatever they gave me at first.
Yeah, and then the bow
well, you don't
and
get
arrow.
it at first, actually. No.
No, you get it like
you only get the bow and arrow.
Yeah, you get it after you get it after you get that whole Avatar or Ubisoft Presents bullshit, right? Where like you're doing that mission, and then it says Ubisoft presents a game made by Ubisoft and whatever the fuck the studio that made it is. I forget. Like what was Massive Entertainment? Is that what that's who made it, right?
I believe isn't that Ubisoft? I mean, that is Ubisoft, right? That's who owns it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it says a video game made by Massive Entertainment or whatever, and then as you walk up the hill, then the fucking thing comes up as this Avatar or whatever. I'm like, cool, man. But you know what this game makes me want to do as I'm playing it? It makes me want to watch the movie, man. It really does. Like, as I'm playing I'm like,
that second movie was so good. It's not like this, right? That was more ocean and sand and fucking, But damn, I really like that second one a lot, too.
I saw the second one in theater, but I have not seen it since. I thought it was okay. I thought they kind of followed the plot of the first one, except for this. It was like water. It's kind of like they escaped to the water area, and the humans were kind of coming after them, and they were trying to save the animals, kind of thing. Or they're using, because they had the whales that were getting hurt and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
But I wanna watch the movies again. That's what this is making me want to do. I think I'm going to.
Aren't they on Disney Plus? Right?
Are they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they're Disney owned now, or at least they're on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that again. But yeah, man, that's really all I've been playing. It's a lot of Avatar. A lot of fucking Frostpunk. I really want Frostpunk 2 to come out, man. I really want that game.
Every time I check Steam, it's like coming soon. Yeah, when soon?
Yeah.
Is that this year? What's up?
I think they did say it was sometime this year in 2024, but I haven't seen nothing. Like, they haven't hyped it up at all. They haven't shown any trailers. They haven't done like no marketing for this game, dude, at all. So I don't know.
No, I haven't been following like their Twitter or Facebook account or anything. So I just figured, one day it's going to show up. I'm going to buy it day one.
What have you been playing, Gunny?
I've been playing. I'll just get this out of the way. I don't know what it is, but I've just been playing a lot of Satisfactory. Like I went back to that game and playing with not so much co-op with Ghost Nico, but playing it at the same time, streaming it to each other on Discord, and bouncing ideas off each other like we normally would. And it's like, you know what? Because now that mods were back, like I was like, oh, I'm so excited for mods. Like, just the way that it just changes the game now. It just
Yeah, I guess
makes
it can
it,
bring life back to the game for you. You kind of feel like you've done a lot of things. It opens up some new opportunities and stuff, and it makes it
or
sometimes
things
fun
like,
again.
for example, where there might be, I don't know, let's say 10 tiers of tasks that you have to do, right? And I don't know, that could take, hundreds of hours or whatever. Well, I want to skip to tier 3. Yeah, you can do that. But I think that was part of the regular game. That's one thing that they did do when they do these updates, uh, where it's like God mode, invisible, stuff like that, where just again, part of the vanilla sort of game that you can, another option. So, fly around. But yeah, outside, just stuff like that, where it's like, hell yeah, I want to fly around instead of walking everywhere. Uh, yeah. So, so far, like in this save, I'll say this, where I'm so hesitant. I was so hesitant to just like build a long road to get to, like an oil, slick or fucking thing, to where I know that's where I'm going to make plastic and rubber, where it's like, fuck, all right, I might need a train, or I might have to set up a train or a truck station to get it from A to B, which is kind of far, So, and I still haven't done that yet, where I've just kind of used this mod, a cheat, I guess you can say, where it's more of a central storage sort of thing. Yeah, where I've just been taking stuff out of that. So it's more of a teleport, right? So you just set it up. It's pretty easy to set up. And then you can just kind of click on all these items to, grab and use. So it's not as fun, right, as to building a road or, a more of a train fucking thing. But yeah, so the last couple of days they've had blueprints, which is like, build a section of a road or whatever it is that you want to build in this like blueprint thing. And I'm coming around to doing it, to where I started to use it, but it's probably not what you think. It's where I can go to, like, there are some websites you can go to, like there's this guy I watch on YouTube. I think his name's What Darren Plays, and he's like, yeah, you can take all my blueprints and use them and stuff, and it's all free, of course, and put those in your game saves. Satisfactory Calculator has them as well. But again, I was talking to Ghost Nico about, like, well, it's not exactly like your design, It's not something I designed, so it's not going to be as fun. But what I did with this YouTuber is I took his design and then I just improved upon it today. So I thought I made it look really cool. So it looks like something out of Star Wars, guys. Like, I thought, oh, now that's a fucking road right there. It looks like something out of Cyberpunk or Star Wars. I probably put a good 2 hours into that. So I'm just going to make long sections of, those roads. I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah.
Getting into
Every
the
once in a while, I'll hop
creative.
into Discord over there and I'll see Gunny over there in voice and general voice, and he's streaming Satisfactory, and Nico's over hanging out with him, and he's streaming Satisfactory as well. And them two are just, they're just chilling, hanging out.
Yeah, man. Like, that game just sucks me in, Oh man, too much of that. But I was able to put that down yesterday, and I was over on Epic, and I was like, you know what? Let me. I want to check out this Lego Fortnite game. I've only seen like little bitty clips, and I couldn't even tell you what that game is. I don't even know what you build is, or what the hell it is. So I downloaded it, and apparently, like, it downloads Fortnite proper and Fortnite no build and stuff. So I'm like, I don't know. Let me just click on, is this the Fortnite Lego thing? And then boom, no, I was playing regular Fortnite. And I was like, man, I have not played this. Mayo, I think when we first met was the last time I played this. Might have
Oh, wow.
been with you and your son. That was like, what, 4 years ago? Probably. And
Yeah, probably.
so I get in there, but I didn't see anybody really build it. I know there's bots in the game or whatever. And my usual strategy is, if I'm playing solo, I like to stay outside of that ring until, kind of not to the last minute, but just enough to where I'm not going to take any damage. Always assessing the situation. I'm always able to, take one person out at a time. And, so that's what I was doing yesterday. I was like, yeah, motherfucker, take it. I was like killing them, right? So taking all their good loot and guns and stuff. And I made it all the way to 8th place. I was like, woohoo. So I played a second round. No, that was the build one. I was like, forget it. This guy's too good. He's building all over the place. So I went with no build, and I ended up coming in 2nd place. So yeah, like I got the bug now, man, to play Fortnite. So I never ended up actually playing Lego Fortnite. But yeah, so there's that. over on the Epic Store. Like I said, I got the coupon, and I'm like, what the hell am I gonna buy? There's nothing I can buy on here that I wouldn't buy like on Xbox, right? There's nothing really exclusive. And I saw Spider-Man Miles Morales, whatever. So that came down to like $20 with the coupon. I was like, all right, I actually only got Spider-Man 2018 on the PlayStation 4 Pro. So I'm like, yeah, let me check this out. I could have bought it on there. It might have been cheaper. I don't even know. But I'm like, I want to see how this runs on my PC because I know Ryan, it was struggling with his. I'm like, all right, hopefully, it's not as, something that doesn't struggle on this 1070 Ti and this little mini motherboard here.
Have
But
you
it actually
fired it
ran,
up yet? Or okay, you did.
yeah, I actually played it till like damn near 1 a.m. last night. I don't know why that game just hooked me right away. Yeah, I played.
Is this your first time playing through it?
Yeah, I only played 2018, just
Okay.
just bits and pieces of that game. But yeah, Miles Morales, like man, that game, like I said, right away, you're just like in the action, just immediately. All the way to where you end up going home for the first time. I think it was Christmas or Thanksgiving or whatever it was. It was just nonstop action. Yeah, I already got the hang of the swinging part and climbing. Now I didn't go with baby mode, guys. I went with more of a toddler mode. I think I went with friendlier, or whatever it was. Not the very friendly.
He's playing the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Jesus.
Yes, that's what I'm playing.
Playing that version over there.
I forgot the next tier up, but that would have been the more difficult one that I played with Spider-Man 2018. But yeah, and still getting the whole the hang of the mechanics. Just try not to stand right in the middle of everybody, right, where they're just going to knock you out and then somebody shoots you and yeah, before you know it, you're dead. So, but yeah, having a blast playing that. I like his kind of his electric punch or whatever that is. I forgot what it's actually called. So and I'm playing this with an Xbox controller. Don't tell anybody because it's my Cyberpunk controller. But yeah, I think it's like where you're just like pressing the L, B, and the X or whatever once you get up enough, power in that thing to use it. And it's pretty cool. So yeah, not a fan of the one that where you come down in a circle because you just might get one guy or something, one enemy. So I think it's like L, B, X, A, or Y or whatever the hell it is. So
yeah, that game plays a little different with his electric powers. Like you have some of the Spider-Man stuff, but then you get those electric abilities. You kind of upgrade and.
What's the enemy, like the first enemy you run across where it's like, oh, you can do the LBX to fucking, hit it with your electric punch. But it was kind of a tutorial, right? Because you were just able to do it kind of over and over again.
Yeah, don't you play like Rhino at the beginning of the game, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah, it was Rhino. And then you literally just have to dodge once for that thing to power back up again. But then it's kind of weird because then if you go to play the game after that, it's like, oh no, you have to dodge more times. Hit more enemies, but I guess they wanted you to get used to using that kind of power. So, but I was like, wait, this is not working. It's not working. Why is it not working? But yeah, I guess you have to do more stuff for it that ability to actually work. So, yeah, man. But it looked really good. I want to say I looked over and it was always running at 60 or 63 frames per second. Only maybe chugged maybe twice. So. Yeah, I guess this little PC can handle it.
Yeah, Rhino's having some problems with his. It was kind of stuttery. I wonder if you ever figured that out because I know he's got the same specs that you do almost pretty much.
Wonder if it's I think we were trying to figure it out one day and it was like maybe CPU or something. I don't know. No,
yeah,
but then
I think his
then
CPU
the game
has been close to what you have. So
remember we were having that issue with mine because my cooler was broken.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got a bum cooler with that iBuyPower crap. So. Yeah, that was but I think the game was crashing, right? And then you were finally like, "Hey, check your cooler." I'm like, "What's a cooler?"
Yeah,
it's like I didn't even know what it was at the time. But
what does that do, guys?
Is that, like for my beer, keeps you cool. Has it got ice on it? Yeah, but yeah, I think ever since I upgraded that cooler, man, that made the difference. So yeah, there's Spider-Man. Did play today some Besieged, so that's only on PC. That's that early access one. I think they were out of Ukraine, right, Jesus? That studio? Pretty sure they are, so I don't know where the hell they moved to, but yeah, so they continue to improve it. So now one of the cool features on that game is where, you go to place down like your castle, it's a little castle or whatever. And now it's got rain and thunder, Mayo. So now like, if one of your guys, one of your builders is going to build something, and yeah, he gets zapped by the freaking lightning, like, like he can die from that, or
it's Besieged, right?
Yeah. Is that what
I just looked it up, and it said it's from the United Kingdom.
Okay.
Spiderling Studios. Does that sound right?
Is that what it is? Let me check here. Did I get the name wrong? Even though I played, man. I'm sorry. Be Castled. My bad.
Castled. Yeah, that's a different. Okay.
Sorry, got the wrong game. I don't know why I was thinking Besiege. So, I think I played that one as well. So, but anyway, yeah, Be Castled. So that one's something I just play. I don't know, once a week, once every 2 weeks. You can just jump in, and but yeah, it seems like. So I've always talked about this game where it's got like this arrow. So when there's like a full day, when a full day ends, that's when the enemies come. It doesn't necessarily have to be at night or whatever, but it could be. So what happens is it shows you the area the enemies are going to come from. But now like I've chosen like the same difficulty, and there's like 7 different levels of difficulty in this game. And for some reason it just doesn't show up. So I might have to knock it down a notch, guys. Not the baby mode, but just enough to where I know, because if I want to send my soldiers in one direction to where they're coming from, you figure they've already knocked down one building, and that could be food, a barn full of food, or it could be my tavern where everybody goes, after work, and that's what keeps them happy. Or a house or whatever. The house I'm not really too worried about, right? Because it only holds 2 people before you upgrade it. But yeah, it did not fare well for me today. I think they overtook me, so got all my soldiers. One thing I haven't really figured out in this game is where it'll even tell me, Mayo, it'll say like, hey, now you've got 17 out of 23 people, and it does have a thing you can click on, and it'll show you like all the tasks that the people are doing. You've got 2 people mining for sunstone. Sunstone is kind of like your currency to build, right? And so, yeah, and then maybe on the second one, it'll say, here's the, carpentry or whatever, people that are getting wood or something. But then it might show like, maybe in the third one, it might be like, it'll show like those 3 progress bars or whatever, like, hey, like nobody's at these places or whatever, like you don't have the workers. And, it's not like I'm going to go over there and just try and count everybody up, but you need to have somebody at least like, at a fishing camp or hunting or have a farm, right? Because you need food. You run out of food, you fucking die. So the game ends. But yeah, it's a hard balance game, just like Frostpunk, I think, in that regard. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's something I've never tried. I've been curious about it before, but I've never really tried jumping into it. I think I'm
going to knock it down. If I knock the difficulty down, I'll actually have a better time with it, because you can even choose right at the beginning. I think outside of that, you can say, all right, plenty of resources, or scarce, or whatever it might be, or there's different options even at a new game. So I have yet to go into this game and actually load up an old save. I usually just end up deleting them, because it's like, no, I don't want to continue, unless I had like something really, amazing going on. Maybe I've done that once where, I was able to upgrade every wall to stone, and, have turrets and, 40 freaking archers on the walls and stuff like that. Then it's really good. So yeah, but that'll be my next move, playing that game. So yeah, I don't like it when it's too difficult. Let's see, Alan Wake 2. I was playing that off and on for the last couple weeks. So yeah, making progress. Yeah, I'll say this about Alan Wake. First of all, like, there's a crossbow in the game that sucks. It really does. Like, even though I have plenty of ammo for it, it's like, it just has that one shot. So when you go to reload, right, you actually go, like, it shows your animation of you like go into the ground to pull the fucking thing back. By that time,
it's like a long animation.
Yeah, it's like the enemy's already coming up on you to, punch you in the face, or hit you with a hatchet or something. I'm like, oh, this thing is stupid, So yeah, I try to always just use pistols and shotguns in this game. And I always forget, like, anytime in combat, I don't even know like what the flare does. Do I just throw it at him or whatever? Does it distract him? But yeah, I just do a lot of dodging, shoot with a pistol and shotgun. Yeah. But so far I'm, like every time, man, I'm just into this like where it's like you need a fuse, just like a Resident Evil. You need a fuse to put that in so you can activate this door or whatever it might be. It's like, all right, I got 2 fuses, but they're not the right fuse, Mayo. It's not the right one.
Of
You have to go
course.
somewhere else. It's like, how many keys do I have? Okay, I got 4 keys, but it even tells you like trailer park key, this key, that key, but no, that's not the right key. Like, crap. Never enough heals. But I will get through this, man. I think I'm almost at one of the good epic parts of what's the name of the band that actually played in Jeff Keighley's Game Awards?
Yeah, I don't remember
Old
what the band name
Osgard,
was.
old gods or something like that. So I'm
Yeah,
almost at
that was an
that epic
interesting
part.
little performance they put on.
Yeah. So yeah, I've just gotta complete this ritual to get to the next part. And also like with the investigations part, where you're kind of back at, what do they call it? The cabin or whatever it is, the hotel or whatever. So that's where you're kind of putting your like all your case files on the wall and writing out notes and stuff like that. I feel like I've already filled that wall up. I can't see there's like much room left. So for all these different clues and stuff. And that part it's actually not bad. Like if you really read the stuff, that you're actually putting on the wall, with all your, your cases. And yeah, a lot of it's just kind of like trial and error. You'll bring up a clue, go to place it on, a yellow postcard or whatever. Nope, that's the wrong one. You got to go to a second one. Like, yeah, that could be a little annoying if you're not paying attention. So that'll take you a minute to actually complete. So, but yeah, I'm working my way through it, guys. I will finish it hopefully here before the end of the month. So, yeah, Alan Wake 2. So anything else I played? A little bit of Assassin's Creed Mirage. Like I said, I put more time in other stuff, but yeah, just more Assassin's Creed. And one other thing, a game called Starbound. I know my kid plays it a lot, and he plays more of the modded version.
Oh
But
yeah, that's a good game.
yeah, I keep telling him like, all right, Kyle, well, show me the modded stuff. So, because I have no idea what I'm doing in this game. Yeah, so I don't have much to say about it other than, but I'll probably
That
play
game
more.
reminded me a lot of Terraria, is what it
Yeah,
reminded
that's
me
what
of.
I
They
always
come out
thought
about
he
the
was
same
like.
time as well.
Yeah, is there like, can you like mine down into stuff? I mean, is it more like, I guess you do have when you land on the
Oh, it's
planet?
been a while. I think the game has changed a couple of times, but yeah, you can like mine down into the ground and you start finding like items and crafting materials and weapons and stuff like that. And you kind of like in Terraria, where you can start building a house and stuff like that, and you just keep getting stronger and stronger, and you can just go put a bunch of time in it. It has some bosses, I think, if I remember right.
Mhm.
I enjoyed that one. Actually, I think I liked that one a little more than Terraria, but
Yeah.
Terraria
Do you
always
do you
got a
just
lot
stay
more
on that
attention.
one kind of planet or whatever, the first one that you, I would say, teleport,
Um,
or you go from your spaceship down to the
it's been a long
planet?
time. I think there's different planets you can go to, and they're all different biomes, kinda.
Okay.
Like there's a different type, and then you can get resources from different kinds of planets. They all kind of contain different crafting materials and stuff like that, and you kind of, if I remember right, it's been a long time since I played that game.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I just went down, pulled out my sword, was trying to kill enemies, but yeah, I ended up dying. I was like, okay, I'm done until my son can get over there and tell me exactly what I need to do. What about you, Mayo? What'd you play?
Oh, I played a mix of stuff. So just kind of starting off, I played a lot of Baldur's Gate, like right around the holiday and kind of leading up to it. And that was kind of like my just sit back and chill game and kind of play because you can just kind of relax, have a snack and have a drink, and you kind of just sitting back and making decisions and doing the turn-based combat and stuff like that. And I don't know how far you guys have gotten, but I think I'm pretty close to maybe, I don't know, maybe getting the first act done. Um, the last big thing I did in that game was I actually defeated the goblin camp, and that's where you have to go in there and there's like 3 different guys you have to go in there and assassinate basically, and you have all these different ways of doing it, and that took me forever. I don't know how many tries I took doing that because that place was huge and there was a lot of enemies in there, and you can't just mow through enemies in this game. It takes some effort, and one of the one of the things I don't like about Baldur's Gate that it doesn't do for you is it doesn't save often enough, I feel like. And so you gotta almost manually save, all the time. I had a couple times where I'd play and it would be like an hour, hour and a half of playing time, and then I would die by something I wasn't expecting, and then the game would reload, and I'd lose like that hour and a half of progress. So I'm like, oh man, I got to go back through, and then I'm going, what did I have? Did I have this item? Did I find that item on this playthrough before I died, or what? So then you kind of retracing your steps and stuff like that. So I'm learning a lot now to like save a lot more often than I was, because it's just a huge pain, going
Yeah.
back through all that stuff and trying to remember what you did. But it took me many a tries. I had no problems killing like the first two. The third goblin is really hard to kill because he had like 5 or 6 followers. He was like preaching to him or something like that. And he had all these people around him. So like when you engaged him, all them people automatically attacked as well. And it just made it hard because you were trying to fight so many people with your party of 4. And I ended up using the method I ended up doing, because you can do this so many ways, right? Right, Jesus? I don't know if you played this part of the game or not, but I found down in the basement where there's these spiders you could talk to, and they were basically like, oh, they like you trick them into saying that goblins taste better than humans or something like that, and they're like, oh yeah, we want to eat goblins, and so they're like, if you let us out, we want to find out. So you can let the spiders out, and it's like these 2 giant spiders, and they can kind of help you as well. So like they had a lot of hit points, but the guy you're trying to kill has a lot of hit points as well, and so they were kind of helping me fight, and finally they kind of was able to help me beat this boss basically, and so I got through all that stuff. I go back to the camp and I take care of all that, the whole stuff with the camp there, and that druid stuff. How they kicked out the one group of people, and now they're all saved. And that game too is like, as you go and rest in your campsite, stories progress between the characters, right? And there's a guy you met at the Goblin camp. He was kind of like a jester kind of like guy, right? And he was like researching for you, like on how he can help fix your problem with the parasite in your mind and your eye. And he's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I have an
I know
idea."
that
So
guy.
you like lay down on the table, and he like takes like a spike, and he's like digging in your eye, right? And if you let him keep going in the game, he eventually will pull out an ice pick and go to like dig in your eye some more, and he pops your eyeball out. And of course he's all like, "My bad," and so and when it's really funny is you have a status effect on your character right away. Like you'll say like partially blind or whatever, because as soon as he does that, and it has nothing to do with the game, and it shows like a countdown timer for it to heal, right? But he gives you a fake eyeball. He just happens to have a fake eyeball in his pocket. But what that fake eyeball actually does, it enables you to see enemies that are invisible. And so, like, if enemies try to sneak up on you or use any kind of spell they can turn invisible, I'm able to see them within like 9 meters of my character, and that this is like a permanent upgrade throughout the rest of the game. It doesn't go away; you just have it. And so all this happened, in my base camp. But then I go back into the regular game and I go down to the swamp area. I come across this old hag, and she's like, "Hey, I can help you get that parasite out of your mind, your eye kind of thing." And she's like, "But it requires one of your eyes. That's your payment." And she's like, I already see you lost one of your eyes. You can't do that because you can't give me your other good eye. You can't have no good eyes. So like that whole quest line that she wanted me to do, or payment, whatever, is just like blocked off to me. So like that's what makes this game so great. Is like you have so many options. Like
That is
if
awesome.
you don't do one thing, something else could pop up later, or even
Yeah.
something else could pop up later. And there's just I could see how this game can become so like multiple playthroughs, because there's so many things you can
Yeah.
do different each time that the game would just
That fucking old hag.
different.
I think what ended up happening
Yeah,
with her.
You were
and
talking about
so
it on the show.
Yeah, I met up with her and she tried to take my eyeball out. I said no thanks. So then she tried to make me another deal. I forget what the second deal was, and I didn't take it either. And then I was gonna. She told me, okay, well then just leave. Like I'll let you go. And as I was leaving, I was stealing something from one of her like rooms or something like upstairs. I went up there and started
of course,
stealing shit, and she's like, "What are you stealing?" And I'm like, "Oh, nothing." I try to lie to
nothing.
her. Yeah, I try to lie to her like, "Oh, nothing." And then she's like, "Yeah, right." And she caught me lying or whatever, and they started a whole big fight with her. And I fought her for like a long time, dude. We fought forever. Then she ran into her cave, and then we fought in her cave and did all kinds of crazy shit. That was like a whole thing because
Yeah, that's
all
that's
because
about
I
where
was
I was
stealing
at.
shit.
So I actually found the cave. So she hasn't attacked me, but I was like in her living room, and you can like go
Yeah.
behind her fireplace, right? And there's that cave, and there's
Yep.
these people, and they're trapped. And then she comes in there, and she's like, "What are you doing in here?" But then she like yells at me, and then she just disappears. And then I get attacked by a couple like like characters that have like
Yeah.
magic, and they're a little harder to kill. And that's about where I turned it off. I was in the middle of that fight, and I kind of like stepped away from the game, and I
That's about
haven't
as
been
far
back
as
to
I am
it
in that
since.
game. Yeah.
But it's just like
But
so many options.
that whole camp in the beginning, like that first major camp you ran into, I
The
ended up
Goblin Camp,
going back. No, like
The
the
druids.
city, like the
What do you call that,
druids.
Oh,
man?
okay.
What would you call that?
Yeah, like the
Call it.
animal people.
Yeah, the druid
It's a
camp. Yeah.
I just call them
it's like a
druids.
camp.
Yeah.
Well, I went there and this is before the old hag shit. I went down there. They told me to go fight the goblins. I went to fight the goblins. I came back. I told them, okay, I took care of the goblins, but I didn't. I lied.
Oh, look at
And
you.
then the goblins showed up to attack, and they fucking were fighting us. And then I killed the goblins then. And then all the humans were like, all right, we're going to go to Baldur's Gate now or something. They were going somewhere, and they wanted me to go with them, but I said no. And then I went to go talk to the druids, and the druids got mad at me for something I did.
Well, probably because you lied to him. You told him the goblins were
Yeah,
dead.
you were like, I took care of it.
No,
but you didn't.
because there was humans there too, and the humans were cool with me, even though I lied to them. They were cool, but the other people, they were mad at me for something else. I don't know what I did. I don't know if I killed somebody or something. I don't know what I did, but I pissed off the king or the queen or whatever, like the leader lady, and she started fighting me, and I killed all her people.
Oh,
So I killed
gosh.
everyone in the druid camp, and then I left, and then I come back there, and like all the dead bodies are still there. Everyone's just dead. That whole camp is just gone now. Like everyone's dead. I'm like,
Oh, wow.
oh well, there goes this camp. Can't come back here now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, see, I
like
didn't.
that game
I
is
didn't
Quest
nuts.
closed, Jesus.
Yeah,
Quest
I went-
closed.
I went back to that camp, and the woman there, her boss is the one that you was going to save. Like he was like the actual real head of the camp. He's the one you save, and he's the one that turns into the bear, and he's in the goblin camp. Well, he ends up fighting with you in the goblin camp, and he goes back, and so you meet him back there, and he actually helps you with a couple things. And he tells you to go here and do this, and they give me two options. I can go like below ground to the next area or above ground, and they're like, which way do you want to go? And you can kind of make a decision. Then it's like on mine, like Shadowheart approved, like me deciding to go underground. They said that was like the better option of the two, the way it sounded. But then I was kind of end up leaving there. But they gave me like keys to the vault. They had like this library, and there's like this thing you have to get this rune. And you find this rune, this thing will open, and you go underground, and you find a couple cool items, and a couple cool weapons and stuff like that. And then you just kind of go on your way from there. But yeah, like all of them people are friendly with me. But I killed all the goblins. Like I said, it was a pain, but I killed all the goblins, and
Wait,
now I
no.
went down to that swamp area.
On my second playthrough, I became friendly with them because I do have that bear guy in my camp. That
Yeah, because he's in my camp now.
the bear dude, like the guy that turns I think he's
Yeah, the
gay.
druid.
I think he wants to have sex with me or something because he keeps hitting on me. And I'm like, no, bro, I don't roll that way. And he was like, oh, okay, if you ever change your mind, you know where my tent is.
Don't knock it till you tried it.
All right, man. I guess we'll keep that in mind, buddy. But yeah, I have him in my camp. I have him. I have the green chick. I have what's the one girl you just mentioned? Something
Shadowheart.
Shadowheart.
Yeah.
I have her. I have Asterion, the vampire guy, and somebody else. There's another guy.
There's a guy that has like a small sword. He's kind of like he comes to
Like a
the
fighter?
druid camp. Yeah, he's kind of like
He's like some
I can't remember
warrior
what kind of
guy,
weapon.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's like
some
light armor,
warrior
but
dude.
he's yeah. I have him as well.
I have him as
you
well
have the
now,
magician. You have I can't think of his name.
Asterion.
No, not that one.
Yeah,
He's the vampire.
There's another one.
Yeah, there's one that's a straight up magician. Asterion's more of a rogue. Yeah, he does magic.
Yeah, the
He's
guy,
just a rogue.
the
The
guy
guy that
that's
you
looking,
find, you can find him in different places.
the guy that's looking
Yeah.
up at the stars all the time or some shit. There's a guy. That's
I don't
looking
know
up
if
at
he's
the
doing
stars
that.
all
You
the
find him
time.
in a rock. Like in
Oh
the
yeah,
beginning,
yeah,
like
I
a
found him.
flashlight.
Yeah, in the beginning
You found him in a
find him.
rock. I
Wow.
found him in an anomaly or something.
Yeah, I found him in an anomaly because I went back there and there was like there's something there, and I went over there and he was stuck like halfway in a rock or something, and I pulled him out or
Yeah.
some shit. I found that guy. Yeah, so I do find all of them. I guess the way
There's a
you
couple
find
more, I
them,
think.
yeah, the way you find them is different though, depending on how you play. The game still, I think the game is designed in a way to where you're gonna find them no matter what. Eventually, I think it's just depending on if you skip the first way of finding them, the game kind of just says, okay, we're gonna introduce them this other way now. You know, like I think the game continues, and the game knows that eventually you're gonna have to meet these people, but it just does it in a different way later on in the game. You know,
Yeah.
that's
Because I
kind
know
of what
there's like a
happened to
red
me.
horned, like a horned looking character, and some people, like red skin, kind of
Yeah,
like devil looking characters, but they're good. I
yeah,
know that I
those
have
guys
not.
showed
I
up
don't
for
have one
me.
of them. I don't have one that they were holding the warrior girl captive, that race, and that
Oh
they
yeah,
left, and I freed her. But I know there's one of that race that you can join your camp too. I just haven't come across him. I'm gonna maybe look around
did
and see
that
if I can find him on
did
that
that
first map.
did that devil guy show up for you?
Yeah, that was the thing too. It's like, so I got to meet the devil person, right? So they warp you in, and
Yeah,
you're in this big lavish house or thing, and he's got all this food and everything. I'm like, oh great! So now you got a devil, and then I get to meet my guardian. The person that you kind of create in
yeah.
the beginning. So she comes and she's talking to me. So it's like I got all these little side things going on. I'm like, holy crap! There's so much to this game. And then
There is
like, back in the camp, you must be about the same part where I was too, where like you said the guy was trying to romance you, Jesus. I ended up having a
Yeah.
part there was a lot of dialogue options to romance a couple of different people there. And I ended up like basically romancing with like Shadowheart. It's like you end up spending the night by the water with her and you're like talking to her and nothing really happens or nothing like that yet. But like
yeah.
Yeah.
I believe I
you can tell
romanced
there's like
her,
a
Shadowheart.
basically like a relationship that started, because you're like laying there on the side of the beach and you're looking at her and I think you could even give her like a kiss or something like that. So
I think
I went
mine,
through and on
my,
did that.
I think my characters were like on a cliff or some shit,
Yeah, it was like a cliff ledge.
like a cliff ledge thing or something, right at the camp, right?
Yeah, it was the
And
same
then
kind of
and then
scenario.
the green chick got mad at me, and she's like, "Oh, you're gonna
You
go
kill her?
talk to
Oh,
Shadowheart."
yeah.
She got mad,
Yeah.
and I was
Got
like, "Yeah,
jealous.
damn right." And then she said something about how she's gonna hook up with the vampire guy instead, Asterion or whatever. And I'm like, "Okay, go ahead. I don't
Well,
care."
that guy tried to kill
And
me, so
then
she can have him, right?
well, Asterion was weird. He ended up asking me like he might ask you too randomly to like let you or let him take some of your blood because he needs
Oh,
blood or
I did
whatever.
this actually, Jesus, and I actually
Did
went
you do
all the way
that?
through with it. I did, and I'm thinking, oh, this is kind of crazy, but and so I let him, and then it lets you like say keep going or something like that, and I'm like, screw it, we're already committed, right? And so he kept going, and he ends up killing me. Like he took so much blood where it killed me. So it goes to the camp, and I'm dead in the camp, and I have controls of the other side characters and I had to use a revive scroll to bring myself back. And and then now my character's pissed at him, because he pretty much killed her by drinking her
Yeah.
blood. He was like, "Oh well, it's made me more powerful," and he has like some new abilities now where he has like a vampire bite and stuff ability. Um,
Uh,
I don't know if it gave to one of the first, if I could have stopped or not, but so he can like do like if you go sneaking, you can go hiding or whatever as your character, and then you do like your surprise attack, you have this vampire bite where you can like damage to them and it heals him for that. And so he has that, and he has like one other ability he gained from that. So he was
Daywalker.
like stronger because of that. So I don't know if it's because I let him basically kill me. He got those abilities, and I had to bring
mhm.
myself back. But yeah, now the relationship between them two is not very good. My character doesn't like him very well. 'Cause he's like, whoa, dude, you killed me. You just stay away from me.
You said keep
Like
going.
Mhm.
yeah.
Come
So,
on. Take a risk.
but yeah, that game is just wild. Like the options and just to play through, like it's just so fun. But the music is really good too. I was trying to really get into the music for a little bit too, like you just kind of catch in the background. It was well done, but solid game. The other
Yeah.
thing I kind of did too, the newer games over the holiday, I ended up kind of getting back into Mario Wonder. I had already beat the main, like campaign part where I beat Bowser and all that kind of stuff, but the secret world stuff I hadn't beat yet. So I made it upon myself to try to sit down and actually try to beat those. And this one level where this says this time jump to music, it's like vertical. It's really hard. I don't know how many. I said I think I talked about it before in the podcast how many lives I dropped into that game. But again, I went to the store and I think I bought 99 lives, and I went into it and it was playing through it. And I was even doing the trick sometimes where like if you would miss a jump, you would basically fall in lava. You knew you would die. So, but before you fall in the lava, you could just hit pause and then hit restart and it'd start you at the beginning again, so you wouldn't die. Like, and I still spent a lot of time. I probably still spent another 30 to 40 lives on it, trying to get through that time jump thing. It took me forever, and finally got it. I'm like, yeah, So then it kind of like encouraged me to beat all the other ones. So I found all the entranceways to the other special worlds. on the other maps, and 'cause that's the only way you could get to them because it's like a little separate island, but you can't get to the other ones. You have to find them in the actual world that they're in. And so I found out where they were all at, and I went and beat all the other special worlds. And it has like another main one. It's like the final challenge, Jesus, right? So you go in there and it's a whole. It's difficult enough, but it wasn't as bad as the vertical climb one. I beat that, and I guess there's like one more like level that there is to beat. But the only way you can do this, and I actually had to YouTube it because there's like one badge that I'm missing, and it changes. All it does is change the audio in the game. It's like the sound badge or something like that. But
Yeah.
what you got to do in this game, Jesus, to get the sound badge is you basically have to 100% everything, or even like 200% everything in a way. What I mean by that is like, so every level has 3 coins that you need to collect. You have to find all 3 coins, and you have to find every wonder seed in every level. There's the hidden ones, and then there's the regular ones. And then you get the 3 big coins that you have to find those and collect those. And those are kind of tricky to get. Sometimes they put them over holes and stuff, and you have to like hit them just right. But luckily, as long as you collect it one time, you may die collecting it. It stays collected at that point. You know, the other Mario games have had those. But so you have to collect all those in every level. And then you remember like how typical Mario is when you jump and hit the flagpole. You have to hit the top of the flagpole on every single level as well. So like you could get everything unlocked in the level, and you still have to make the perfect jump at the end and get the flagpole. And some of those are hard. They will throw
Mhm.
enemies at the end. There's different things different scenarios you have to like overcome to do it. It's not necessarily, oh, just jump in the pole and get it. And so like you have to go through the whole entire game, all not the special worlds, but just the regular worlds. So and beat every level to the max. You have to get every seed, every 3 coin in every level, and the flag. And so I did it in the first world. So I put a lot of time into doing that, and I want to try and go through and get it basically like 100% the game. But it's gonna take a minute, and then
That's
Damn.
crazy.
Makes me wonder what your game of the
Yeah.
year is. It might be Baldur's Gate or Mario Wonder. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're both really good. I really like Mario. Mario's just got that, it's that living room, sit back, lighthearted, kind of like not too heavy. You just relax, sit back and chill kind of play game. Kind of like Baldur's Gate, where Baldur's Gate is more serious, but you can kind of sit back and make slow decisions and do whatever. Mario is still typical side-scrolling Mario, but it's light, it's colorful, it's bright. It feels good jumping through and crushing enemies and fighting enemies and finding the hidden things and equipping the different badges and try to find new areas and stuff like that. And then exploring, it's kind of fun. It just doesn't get old to me. I don't know why, but
It's like that classic Super Mario Brothers, man. It's just that it's
yeah,
2023's version of it.
yeah, it just doesn't get old to me. But I was playing that quite a bit. The only thing that got me away from that for a while was my son come over for Christmas, and he had his mom buy him a Nintendo eShop gift card because he wanted to buy something on my Switch. So he got like a gift card for that. So he borrowed my Switch and took it back to his mom's because I had like the docked one, Jesus, not just the purple one, but like one they actually dock. So he took the whole thing back with him back to his mom's, and he bought the newest Pokemon, that the regular, like the one that Evan was playing for a while. Evan would know. I think it was Scarlet. Big open world where you run around. But he bought that, so I don't have the Switch here right now, so I haven't been able to play Mario. But so with no Nintendo aside, right? So I'm sitting at home bored, right, Jesus? And next thing I know, I get a visit from Ghost from Christmas Past over here, right? My son texts me and he's like, "Hey, Dad, let's play some PUBG." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah. I've been watching some streamers play PUBG. It looks actually kind of fun." I'm like, oh, "Okay," So I install it and I'm like watching him watch his streamer. I'm like, "Okay, it looks kind of fun." Blah 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 blah. And so he talks me into jump into it. And man, I know I was telling you, off podcast, like this game has grown quite a bit and it's changed quite a lot. They've added so much stuff to this game. So we get in there and we play for a couple of days. Like we played a couple of nights in a row. And the one night we probably played for like 5 hours and we had a full squad. We played with 3 people for a little while. We just played with a man short. And we were having a blast just finding weapons, playing just old school PUBG, but the game runs really well now. I was getting like 230 frames, but they're all in low settings, of course, because you got to have the trees down to nothing, Jesus. That's how you see them across the field.
Yeah,
But
that is it. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, the game is different to where the cars are different. They got little Tesla cars in there now, and they got some new weapons and tons of skins. Like, there's so many skins in this game now. They went the whole
I remember when
Fortnite
that was
route there.
non-existent.
And there's environmental hazards. There's like dust storms that will hit you that'll like sweep through the map and they just damage you. Like you could be in a house and like the dust is just going through the house and you're just taking damage. So you just gotta get out of those so it kind of pushes you out of an area. There's daily logins now. They added a team deathmatch mode where it's like 8 versus 8. I know we kind of played that for a minute, Jesus,
We
and
did, yeah.
it was kind of fun. Like we had a hard time at first, but like the first time I played it, it was pretty fun. And then when you and I played it with some new maps, it was kind of hard. It was like that hill with the trees,
Yeah.
and I've come across that one a couple of times. But there's one that has and the one we played with a big ship was kind of fun. The last one that we played,
Like the carnival one?
yeah, it was like a carnival and had like a big like a carnival cruise ship or something that was crashed and it had a hole in the side through it and basically, Gunny, you just played team deathmatch where like the first team to 50 kills would win. And you just if you died, you just respawn. But you could pick your loadout and it would give you like a fully kitted loadout so you can pick the gun you wanted. And it was just nice practice for combat. And you could just get in there and just shoot people and die over and over and just respawn and stuff like that. And it was actually pretty decent.
Mhm.
I might reinstall that game. I haven't played it in so
Yeah,
long.
so
That was the one thing that
that
sucked
was
about playing with you
interesting.
guys was, you get into a match, first drop, here I am, just a noob out there, and I die. That's it. I can
Yeah.
only spectate, I think, right? Or no, there was no
Yeah, in
spectate, if I
typical
remember
PUBG, you could
correctly.
spectate until your team was dead. You could watch your teammate or you could watch the person that killed you.
Yeah.
But I did play, like I said, I was playing with my son and one of his friends. We were playing a 3-man squad for a while. We were just a man short. We actually got, I think, one win. And so we got our little chicken dinner, and we're like, yeah. And some people are like, oh, maybe it has a bunch of bots or something. And no, these are pretty much all real players still. Like you can tell by their movement and stuff like that. There has been a couple bots that would pop up time to time where maybe the lobby was filled with a couple people, a couple bots or whatever. You could just tell what they were just dumb. They just stand out in the open and try and shoot at you, and you'd shoot at them and they wouldn't even move or nothing. It was really dumb AI. So you could just tell they were bots. But most of them were just legit players, and we got ourselves a win. And then shortly after that, we got a back-to-back win. Jesus, we got our first win, and then the next one we were getting down there, and we kept having a hard time with like how the safe zone is where circle would move. And
Yeah.
it kept screwing us every time. And we're like, man, it'd be like on the opposite side of the map. And we're having to traverse all the way across the map and try to get over there. And I'm over here like calling. I'm like, hey, this circle is going to be over here today. I can just feel it. I can just feel it, you know. And so we go up on this mountaintop. And I'm like, it's going to be a good place anyways for the high ground. And sure enough, that's where the circle's at. And we got our second one in a row. And like right after that, we end up getting a fourth. One of my son's friends too hopped in. And I think we played like 3 or 4 more games. And the last game we played, we got a win again, and my son had like 15 kills. I had like 3 or 4, but as a squad we had like 30 kills. Like we were just tearing it up that game. But it was a good time. And then in typical PUBG fashion, you can have those things that happen and that go wrong, right? Jesus. I don't know if you remember, there's like a snow map, and on top of the snow map there's one of those ski lift things. And we're like getting toward end game, and I'm up there, and there's a guy that comes on the ski lift, and he's fighting us, and we're fighting with him, right? And I think it was like a 2v1. It was like 2 of us, and he was up on the lift, and I was kind of like to his right, and one of my boys' friends were to the left, and we had him pinned between us, and I think I killed him, and so I go up and I go to loot him, right? And you know how in PUBG you got to hit tab and it pulls up a little screen, and you're looking at his items and you're scrolling through them, right? All of a sudden I hear, Mayo, where are you going? I'm like, what do you mean? Here the ski lift started moving and it was taking me out of the zone. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh,
So it's
fuck.
like, so the first thing I do, what do? I jump out of the lift, right? Because I'm just going to jump off and get back on the side of the mountain. Well, the lift was like a straight drop off, where off the mountain. So like I fall
Oh,
like
Oh
really
no,
far to
yeah.
my death, but I fall in the zone. And so then I'm just instantly knocked. So I'm on the ground. They're all laughing at me because I'm like this guy. I'm just like flying away on this tram. It's gonna go right out of the safe zone area. But luckily, I just jump out and I die. But I'm in zone now, and so they had to work their way down and heal me, and they ended up healing me, and that was. I don't think we won that one, but I think we finished like third or something. But it just was, typical PUBG fashion where you have some of that chaos that happens. Sometimes you just don't expect, or something you're not thinking about. That whole thing just taking off and taking me away. They're all like, "Where are you going?" And I'm like, just going
yeah.
across the map really fast, and I'm like, "Oh crap, I don't know." But
I have not
and then
experienced the tram or any of those new maps.
Yeah, and there's like 3 or 4 new maps in the game I did not recognize. Some were small, some were pretty big. They were pretty cool. I mean, there's reboot cards now in the game, so like if somebody in your squad dies, you can grab their chip and you can take them to a place, and they
Yes,
can
I've seen that.
and you can
Yeah.
reboot them. Another thing they added, I picked up this one time when we dropped and we were completely across the map, right? Jesus, I call the zone screws you. It's going to be on the other side of the map where you drop. Well, I got this like airlift thing, and so I was able to call for a helicopter, and it sends down like this like package thing, and you have to run up to it, and you can attach yourself to it, and you hear this helicopter coming. You just chop into the helicopter, and you can hear like chop 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 as it's coming, but everybody in the map can hear it, and the helicopter will fly by, and you attach yourself to this thing, but if you move too far away, you detach. So you have to like stay like right there, right? And so we're attached, and the helicopter comes by and grabs us, and it picks us up, and so it's dragging us. We're like hanging from cords, and people are shooting at us and everything else. And we made it, and we go we were on the original map, Erangel, and
Mhm.
it takes us over toward the military zone. The boot camp or base camp or whatever it was, or military camp, whatever it
Mhm.
was, and that little
Yeah.
separate island. That's where the end zone was at. And if you remember, on the one side of it, there's like this big mountaintop with like a research center or something or like a star glazing type of thing. So we end up
Yeah.
over there, and we're in the top, and we all have sniper rifles, and we're like sniping people and stuff like that too. So that was a lot of fun with the little
Got your
helicopter coming in
20x
and grabbing
scope.
us and
Yeah.
taking us across, and stuff. So just had
That's
a
pretty
good time
cool.
with that game. Actually, it was like this is actually pretty fun, and it was playing well. And I always had a hard time with audio, like telling where bullet shots were coming from sometimes. And this time, like I don't feel like I had that issue. Like I could tell a lot better. Like when there's gunfire going on, I could be like, oh, that's to our west of us. Let's go get them. And we go third party and stuff like that. But I had a good time. Then, then just the last game I've been playing a lot of, and this has just been the last couple of days. I've been talking to Leahy a little bit about Dead Cells, and it kind of got me back into wanting to play Dead Cells. And of course, I haven't played a whole lot since the Castlevania DLC, and evidently I did not finish the Castlevania DLC. So I went through and I finished that. I picked up some skins, picked up some more items, and then just with talking with Leahy about different things because he beat Dracula on the DLC, so he got 1 BC now, and so he's playing through 1 BC and trying to learn it. And I'm like, I kind of want to play this again. So I've been firing it up. Like I had a run last night. It was like the most OP run. I was playing it on normal difficulty, but I was just going to go through and get some of this new content unlocked. And I got some weapons that were just insane. Like the power level, like before I thought like level 8 was like the highest, I think. And I got like this like level 9 giant killer sword, but then it did like 50% more damage on like the last hit or something they called it. And then it spread like an oil on them with each hit, but then it also critted or something with each hit if they had oil on them. And it had so many perks on it. You had to scroll down through the little box and stuff. I've never had an item with that many perks. And then the same exact run, I had like a thing it's called phaser, which you can teleport you right behind the enemy, and it kind of locks him in place, and it does like it did like 800 or 900 damage, which or no, it was like 200 damage. But I had a mutation on my character where it would do like an extra 1,000 damage the first time you use an ability, which is what that counts. So you could just like teleport behind an enemy and like one shot them. And so like with that, and then this other sword that I had too that would make them bleed, and I would automatically crit on a bleeding character. It would just was like bosses. I would like 3 or 4 hits. I was killing bosses and stuff, and it just ran right through that game so easily. I was like, oh, these weapons are insane. And I unlocked some more skins, and I'm like, it just got me like hooked back in that game. I'm like, oh, I just want to play this game again now. And so now I want to go back in and get past the third boss cell and continue on in this thing. So I want to get back in there and grind through it some more. But it's just weird how I ended up playing 2 old games I used to play quite a bit. Probably my most played games on Steam. I think I did see on PUBG
It's
I
gotta
had
be.
like almost like 670 hours on it, and so here I am back and playing that. And then Dead Cells, I think I have like maybe like 200 hours in, maybe. So 2 games I have a lot of hours in. I end up going back to and just having a really good time with them, and just they've continued to work on both of those games and add new stuff all the time, where it just keeps it fresh.
Yeah, good old
But
Dead Cells. I went back to it a couple like well over a month ago. I was like, okay, I suck. I need to play more of this game.
I know,
Like,
and I know Leahy was finally once he got it, he's like, "Oh, this game is so good," and now he's like, "This is the best game ever, fight me," kind of thing. I know he put that in our Discord, but yeah, Dead Cells. Once you got into that game, once it starts getting its claws in you, you just kind of like, "Oh, this game is so good." So
yeah, I played it on the Switch. I played it on shit. I don't know if Ryan bought it first on Xbox before getting Game Pass. I bought it on Steam. Yeah, like I
yeah,
think
I
I
have
had
it
it in
everywhere.
like 3 or 4
I
different
had it on
places.
Game Pass. I was just playing it tonight on the Xbox, and it was so weird because it's a completely different save. But the girlfriend wanted to watch me play, and I don't play in the spare room, so I was playing it on the
Oh, I
Xbox in the
know.
living room. But
I
I
know where
have
I played
nothing
it.
on that version. So
You know
like,
where I played it, Mayo, was Apple Plus. Is that what it's called? That's the arcade.
oh yeah, Apple Arcade, yeah,
Yeah. So, and it plays out. There was something funky about it with an Xbox controller connected to the iPad. There was something
I,
weird about it. I
I
can't
could
remember what
see
it
that.
was.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like I thought, oh, is it going to play the same way? But yeah, there was something where I couldn't jump correctly.
yeah, because I know they made a mobile version. I never tried it on the phone. That's the only place I have not played it. I played it on my Switch and beat it the very first time I played it, and I never played it again. I left it like a 1-for-1 run because that
Yeah.
game, you know how it is. It's supposed to get harder every time, or it's supposed to get easier. You're supposed to go so far and die, start over, use your unlocks, and be able to beat the game as you get stronger. But when I knew the game so well back and it was in its original state, I was able to go through and fight all the bosses with just the basic beginning weapons and beat the game that way. But now the game has changed so much. They've added so many things, so many skins, and all this other stuff. It's just like all this stuff to discover, and they've done some balancing and this and that. And there's new areas to explore, and there's just a lot to it now.
Yeah. It's big. Yeah. Especially with Castlevania and everything.
Yeah, the Castlevania DLC is pretty fun. That's what I've been kind of playing through right now. Um, something I just found out, and actually I was looking up for some of the hidden stuff in the game, and on the Castlevania DLC, I'll have to let Leahy know this or if he hears it in the podcast. I guess if you do the old Konami code, it will give you a weapon in the game. So you have to do the up, up, down, down, left, right, A, B, and it will drop a special weapon in the game that you can unlock. It's like a mace kind of thing.
Okay. So a
It's
real
pretty cool
Easter
to
egg
get
in
the
there.
yeah,
And
it
it
was really
actually,
cool because they do so many things like that, and so I don't know if they're doing any more for this game. I think they might possibly be done because I did look on their Steam page where they're talking about their notes, and they said they were trying to like come up with ideas for like a new Dead Cells, and then they're like, we just came up with a new game, and that was the game called Windblown. We saw this on the awards show, and it basically looks like a game like Hades. Like Dead Cells came out and it was like the roguelike to beat, And then Hades come out and Hades had that storyline and it was kind of a 3D, roguelike, that isometric 3D top-down look.
yeah,
And
I
so
know they're
this new
working on a
one,
Hades too.
yeah, so this new one coming out from people that made Dead Cells is the same kind of like Hades style, like artwork and stuff. It's like top-down 3D looking world, but it's like online multiplayer, so you can have like a 4-person party playing through it the way it looks. So that's an interesting take on it. So it's a roguelike when you can have a party and play with friends. So
Nice.
and I don't know if Hades will have that as well, but Hades 2 is supposed to come out this year as well. So
Yeah,
both those
that's
two
due
games
out.
might be really good games to be fighting for. I don't know if they want to call them indie game of the year or not, but that's something that could happen. I would say the creator of Dead Cells is definitely still an indie company, but I don't know about Hades because I can't remember who made that game. But I know the Dead Cells company is a really small company and they're really involved with their community and always putting out a lot of information and stuff like that. But both those two games probably will be out this year and probably be in the running of, I got a feeling, to some kind of award for if they're going to be indie games, if they're considered indie or not.
Yeah, that's I think Hades, that was Supergiant Games. That's the developer.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So yeah, that was out in
But that's
2020.
that's it, Jesus. That's pretty much all I've been playing. Mainly those 4 games have sucked up most of my time.
I don't think I mentioned it.
Nice.
I don't think I mentioned it, Jesus, and I don't know if you played it or not, but Resident Evil 4 came out to iOS. Again, another, I think because I don't know what iPhone I have, 9, 10, 11, whatever. It wasn't the one that just came out. But yeah, I ended up playing it on the iPad Pro, and yeah, I don't think it looked that great, So it is like I want to say it is the full game, and it even has like DLC with it. So it's a pretty lengthy, more of the beginning of the game. I don't know if you just play the first 30 to 40 minutes of the game before. So it's a pretty healthy demo for it. But I do recommend checking it out. I'm sure it's on iOS and Android. I'm not sure what platforms it is. But it was like it just let me know like it's available now. I was like, what? So I was like, yeah, but I think the game's still like $25-$30 even on iOS. So yeah, check that out, guys. Playing in had some HDR going on there. Play it on your iPad or anywhere. All right, Jesus, what's next?
Well, it's news time.
Beep, 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 beep.
Some news, gentlemen, some news. Y'all may have heard of a little game called The Finals. So it says here, though The Finals has kept its player count high in the weeks following their release, those who have stuck with the game are beginning to discover the progression to the Battle Pass requires a massive time commitment. Battle Passes have become a part of pretty much any live service multiplayer game, and they are a tried and true method of giving players rewards for their continued investment in a multiplayer title. So it says here, however, there's a certain balance that has to be struck for players to feel like their time investment is worthwhile. And according to many of those who are progressing to the finals or not, they're saying the progress moves too slow. It says here, the finals, like pretty much any other free-to-play game on the market, relies upon their cosmetics to keep themselves alive. In order to stay afloat after the influx of players from its explosive launch, the devs have to find ways to make their cosmetic items seem appealing to players. And while it has a typical cash shop where players can access some more general costumes, items of clothing and weapon skins, there's also a battle pass that promises access to a variety of limited time items that can only be accessed through the battle pass. However, some people are saying it takes too long. So there's this. Some people are claiming that it takes around an hour per tier on average, with the pass having 96 tiers. So that's almost 100 hours plus that you have to play in order to get it all. Some guy said he's 67 hours into the battle pass, and he's only level 70 on it. Some people are saying that it is impossible to finish and it takes too long. And so, yeah.
Keep playing. That's what they want you to do.
Yeah,
Keep playing.
that's a little bit of a grind, I guess, for one season.
Don't play anything else.
But 100 plus hours, though?
Right,
oh, man, they don't want you to go play Call of Duty or PUBG or any of that stuff. Just stay on this game.
That's a lot of hours.
That is a lot, yeah.
Think about like most battle passes are like a month.
Yeah.
100 hours in a month is a lot of hours, dude.
Yeah, it's a little much.
Anyways, what's some other news? A Lego Fortnite. Okay. Players are now apparently quitting because of some shit in the game. It says here, it became a massive success on December 7th. Blah, blah. But one Reddit user posted an image of their constructed Shogun Castle in Lego Fortnite, which was put on hold due to building limits. The building limits in Lego Fortnite are unknown, as some players have reported that the error is inconsistent among different builds. So this guy, he said, I made a big chunky castle with almost 30 rooms with interior.
A nice castle.
A lot of work.
The plan was to build a town around it, but then I encountered what is probably one of the biggest disgraces I've encountered in video games ever.
Whoa.
It turns out the game can't do the very thing it was created to do. Building. And that's all in quotes. Other commenters echoed the sentiments of the original poster, saying they have also stopped playing the game due to the game having building limits. After almost a month of being live, LEGO Fortnite developers have yet to announce plans to change the building limit. So why do you think they have a limit, guys? Why do you think there's not unlimited? There's a limit on...
And it's a free-to-play.
Do you think it's a server thing?
Yeah.
No, you think they'd have good servers, considering it's Epic.
True.
I mean,
I went to play this game yesterday, but normally in most games, when you go to play them, right, it even shows you the limits of where you can build. But I guess maybe that is the complaint, right? When you go to, put down whatever item it is that first, you put on the ground, right? I don't know if it's just like place anywhere, everywhere kind of thing. I have no idea, but
Well,
yeah.
no. People are saying that once you get to a certain spot, like a certain block count or whatever,
Yeah, like a number of
Oh,
blocks.
okay. Yeah.
the shit just tells you to stop making fucking shit because it's too complicated. Like, I wonder if this is like a server thing or like a limit on like something like that. I don't know.
But this is kind of like a game in a game, right? Because this is in the Fortnite lobby, right?
Yeah.
Don't you have to launch Fortnite and then, go to that option? I think is how
Yeah.
I've heard it.
Yeah.
And then you have
Yeah.
to launch this game within it. So maybe it has something to do because you're like so much is involved in Fortnite already. Like maybe like those other games are kind of taking up. I don't know if it's resources or what it would be that limits how deep
Hmm.
that game can be. Maybe it has something to do with that. I don't know. Like maybe because it's within another game, you're not going to get a full size game like Minecraft in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and even that game has limits, right? When you reach bedrock, or or when it ends when you're building to the sky. But sounds like something they just need to patch in where it'll show. I know eventually what they'll do is they'll even show you, like, as you're placing down Legos or whatever, how many you have left to build, which is something they haven't done yet because it's a new game.
Maybe they'll just sell you more down the road. Maybe Epic will
That's
be
it,
like,
right?
"Yeah,
That's another thing I was thinking. Yeah, buy more
you want more
Legos.
There's
Legos,
Buy the
Jesus?
also
Lego pack.
You want more, Jesus? You can get the
I need
castle
more.
pack. We can build a castle
I
for
need more digital
$5.99."
more digital Legos to build stuff.
You can buy the
That's
big
lame.
pack, Jesus, for
You know what?
$99.
I'll just go play Minecraft, motherfuckers. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, but
Buy
And
the
I'm
look at
getting
like cost of
creative.
real Legos,
swords.
man. Them things are getting expensive. I was in the store the other day and I happened to walk, like when we was doing some Christmas shopping. And I walked by, I didn't realize they had like such elaborate Lego sets, right?
Oh,
And I
dude.
know,
Oh, they do.
I know Bill Gardner like posted the one he got like the 360 Lego set. I
Yeah.
think that thing was like $250. But I seen a couple of like $300 range. I was like, holy cow, like $300 Lego set. That's a lot of
Yeah.
money for a Lego set.
Yeah, I think
They looked really cool.
I
But
do want that 360 one though.
yeah, they had it at Target. I
That looks
ran
so
across it. I was
cool.
like, oh, that's pretty dope. I like the box, how it looked
I
like an
don't,
actual Xbox box and everything.
but it's not made by Lego, is it?
Yeah, that one was like a different brand than Lego. It was like Mega Blocks, maybe.
Mega,
what's the other
yeah,
one?
some Mega
Duplo or
blocks.
whatever? I don't know if that's Lego.
Yeah, but that shit lights up and everything. It has like the Xbox sound effects, the boot up
The
sound.
controller looks pretty cool and everything.
The
Yeah.
controller lights up. It's funny. I saw someone post a video about buying that thing, thinking it was an Xbox.
That's what I asked in the chat. I said, did you just buy
Someone
an
bought
Xbox
it.
360?
Someone bought it on Christmas for somebody, thinking that it was an Xbox.
Well, I guess
It's
in
a
the defense,
fucking
like
Lego set.
come to think about it, when I saw it at my Target, it was in the electronics section right by the Xboxes. Like it was on
So
the
I
end cap.
Little
It was
Stu's
at
gonna
the
grab
end
it
of an
accidentally.
aisle, and it even had a security thing on it. You know, it has its little strap on it with the
Yeah.
circle, and it was on the front. So it had the security thing and everything on it, and it's at the end of the aisle. And for $250, I can see somebody thinking it's like a real Xbox. You know, if you don't really
Yeah.
Is that
pay
gonna
that
play the
much
new
attention,
Hogwarts
or
game or Baldur's Gate? I'll buy
you don't know. Is this the new S? Is this the
it.
That's like
I
the
don't look
ultimate
like an X.
disappointment. Can you
Well, it's
imagine,
Xbox,
Jesus?
so it's X and S
You like
enhanced.
your parents got you an Xbox for Christmas and you opened up a Lego version of it. You know?
Yeah, that would suck. That would fucking suck. But I kind of would be happy because it's a cool Lego set. It's $150 at Target.
It's 150. I thought it was 250. Okay, yeah, that's not too bad, but it's still a
It's
lot for Legos.
150. You're not
I
even
think
an
the
actual Lego brand. So yeah.
Yeah, I can't
I
remember
think the
what I
Harry
saw in
Potter
the aisle.
one.
They were kind of crazy. Yeah,
I think the Harry Potter one's like $300 or something. I mean,
yeah.
every
I've
time I
seen a
just run
couple that
across a
were
Lego
like
store,
north of 300.
yeah, I think
The Millennium Falcon Lego set, guess how much that costs?
$399.
400. Okay, you say four, I'm gonna say 500. 500.
You're closer, Gunny. It's $850.
Holy cow!
Damn. I'm trying to think of the last time I went to a Lego store or actually saw that stuff.
But that thing comes
Wait a
with
minute.
7,500 pieces.
How much is that per piece?
That is insane. 7,000 over 7,500 pieces.
3 cents
It comes with the Han Solo figure, Chewbacca, Princess Leia, C-3PO, older Han Solo, Rey, and Finn. $850 fucking dollars.
Dang.
The AT-AT, the big walking thing, That one's also $850. The Imperial Star Destroyer. That one retails at $699.99, but it's apparently sold out. And now it's valued at $1,000. That's insane.
Yeah,
the Titanic, if you want the Titanic, Mayo, I know you want the Titanic. You could buy that for $680. And it's the Titanic.
Crazy.
1/10 scale.
I wanted the Optimus Prime one from
1 to
Transformers.
200 scale.
1 to 200, yeah.
The Optimus Prime from Transformers looks cool. It's like 150, but you can have it as a semi or as Prime. It's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, that one, the Titanic has 9,000 pieces to it. That's a shitload of pieces, dude. The Eiffel Tower has 10,000 pieces, and that's $630. This is insane, dude. What the fuck? Who's paying this much?
I know. I think the last time
but you know what's crazy? Actually, I was watching this video the other day where people were talking about how that, you know how have you guys ever been to that store, what's it called? The one that sells Lego shit, Mini Bricks or Mini Figs?
I don't know. We have
like
Lego
that.
stores here.
No, over here it's called like mini Bricks and Figs or something like that, where they sell Lego sets.
There is one in the next town north of me.
But they were saying how they're getting hit with like theft a lot, dude. Like those stores. And they're saying they're having problems because people are breaking into their store to steal Lego sets. Like people are breaking into the store like at night, like break the front window, run in there, and they grab the most expensive Lego sets they see, like the ones on the top of the shelf, and run out of the store with them. Or they just run out of the store during the daylight, like they shoplift and they just run out the door. I'm like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But you think about it, you resell that thing for like what? Say you grab one that's worth $700 and you resell it for $400 or $500. Someone's gonna buy that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're offering it for cheaper, so it's probably an easy thing to flip. You know, because you just put it on the marketplace or whatever, and you fucking sell it right away. And I don't know how that would even be trackable. You know, like it's not like a computer or a cell phone or anything that has like a serial number to it.
Yeah. They probably should start putting serial numbers on them.
Put a GPS tracker in those motherfuckers. In other news, China number one. Some of the biggest gaming corporations in China suffered from a sizable tumble in their shares as the National Press and Publication Administration published a draft of guidelines aimed at clamping down on spending in online video games. This action saw Tencent's share value plummet by around 16% in a day. With the loss of around $54 billion, while NetEase almost lost about 30% of their value. So China's new gaming rules, Mayo, you're wondering what they are? I got them for you.
They seem to get stricter every year.
Okay, these were published and created to curb excess spending in online video games. Okay? The new guidelines, it was stressed that, quote, online games must set a spending limit, Mayo. They must have it in the game already. Online games must ban any daily login reward. They're not allowed to have a daily login like thing, you know, where like, oh, you log in every day, you get a reward. They must not have those. Players who stream their games must not be able to receive any large tip for streaming a game. It says here, probability-based luck draws must not be offered. So you cannot have any kind of loot box or any kind of like a probability like, oh, you have a 20% chance of unlocking the skin in this crate. That cannot be a thing in China. And also, online game approvals must be processed by their regulators within 60 days of publishing. That is crazy.
Yeah, it is. Can you imagine that here in America? Man.
These guys, Epic would lose all their money.
Yeah,
how would they make money?
Right.
Epic would be broke. That guy would have to sell his forest.
He would, yeah.
Sweeney. Yeah.
Sorry, Sweeney.
He'd have to sell his forest. Poor guy. How's he gonna afford his forest, Mayo?
I don't know. That'd be rough.
That would be hard.
But man, look at Tencent.
Can't buy that mall anymore.
Tencent just lost the value of Activision and Blizzard or Activision. You know,
$54 billion, dude, and they're still like, oh yeah, no big deal. Like,
right?
Yeah. It was a rough month. It's a rough month.
guys, that was just 16%. That's no big deal.
We'll just make it back in America with gamers here.
Let's just put more money in Fortnite. We'll make it back there.
That's nuts.
They got some stake in Fortnite.
10 cent is what it's like a 10 cents value right now. Oh wow. Oh, they got lots of billions to lose. How many billions or trillions do you think this company's worth?
They're probably like top 5, aren't they? Maybe.
They might be number 1 in the world, dude. I don't know, man. But these guys are worth. They're worth $2.9 trillion.
Oh shit! Yeah, I was off. Yeah,
not even billion, Gunny. They're worth 2.9 trillion.
Damn.
Trillion, not billion. Trillion. What's a trillion? 1,000 billions? That's a lot of billions. That's insane, dude.
That is.
How? Wow, how is that even like a thing?
Yeah, we've talked about them like ever since we've started those podcasts, like just like all the shit that they buy. So, part of this, part of that, half of this, half of that. It's like they get all this money.
That's fucking crazy.
A lot of investment.
I mean, I don't understand that. But it's weird that they're not posted on I'm looking at a thing that says the world's most valuable companies, and they're not listed on there.
No, because I know it's always Apple and that Saudi Arabia oil company. I forget the name of.
It says Apple is worth $3 billion, but they don't Tencent's not even on this list. Why? Like, if Tencent is worth just as much as Apple, maybe they're owned by something else.
No, I believe Tencent is the parent company, isn't it? It's an international company, just like Apple is. But
I don't know.
But aren't they based out of China or something?
Yeah, they are.
But I know they operate in every country.
Yeah.
Every country possible.
Yeah. But, I don't know. Who knows? Anyways, move on to some more news. It says here, Square Enix President Takashi Kiryu has penned a New Year's letter that outlines some of his visions for the company, and he reveals its plans to be aggressive in applying AI and other cutting-edge tech to both our content development and our publishing functions. Okay? All right, Mayo, do you understand what that even means? Okay? Let me explain. Kiryu began by talking about how AI and its potential implications have long been the subject of academic debate. However, he says the rise of ChatGPT and similar generative AI programs have the potential not only to reshape what we create, but also to fundamentally change the process by which we create, including programming. In turn, Kiryu and Square Enix plan to be, as previously mentioned, aggressive in applying AI and other cutting-edge tech to both our content development and publishing functions. In short term, our goal will be to enhance our development productivity and achieve greater sophistication in our marketing efforts. In the longer term, we hope to leverage those techs to create new forms of content for consumers, as we believe that technological innovation represents business opportunities. It says here on the publishing front, Kiryu reveals that the company wants to enable greater global collaboration and to promote the shift to digital. The team hopes that this will allow them to not only give them the chance to maximize their sales of new titles, but also to deliver their rich back catalog to more customers, and in turn to expand their fan base for our group's intellectual properties. So there's that. So pretty much we're going to see a bunch of ChatGPT games according to
bullshit. Oh, I don't want to see that crap. I just want to see great. How about just keep making great, amazing games?
Bro. No, ChatGPT Final Fantasy incoming.
I only understood one part of that article, and that was like this, what does it say? The shift to digital, I don't know what he was talking about. But it's like, okay, I guess we're already going that route. Like, we understand that, Yeah. And just a bunch of corporate jargon I don't understand.
In other news,
whatever.
A recently revealed colorblind filter for Tekken 8 is negatively impacting disabled players with issues like nausea and migraines. It says here, somebody shared a 38-second clip of a brief match with filter activated, stating, "Why is no one talking about the colorblind accessibility in Tekken 8? Literally no game has done this. The video game showcases a match with the background stylized after an uncolored comic panel. The fighter on the left is defined by vertical black lines that constantly move, and the opponent on the right is defined by horizontal black lines that follow the movement of the player. And it says here, so people are saying that it's hard for them to view this, or it's causing migraines and all that shit. So, yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, I don't know, man. They'll fix it
Yeah,
probably,
me
right?
either. Yeah, they'll get it figured out.
We'll patch it in.
Apparently it's causing people vertigo and shit like that. People are getting sick, getting vertigo and all that crap. Getting sick. In other news, the upcoming Radeon 7600 XT might feature 16 gigs of RAM, Mayo. 16
What an outrage.
gigs?
What
How
does
can we
this
go
mean,
back
Mayo?
to
I put this
16?
article in there, Mayo. I don't understand it. That doesn't sound like a lot.
It's just video RAM. So like right now, my 4070 Ti is 16 gig of video RAM, I believe. I know the most common ones right now are like 12 and 16. And then like the 4090 is like 24 gig of video RAM, I think. Without looking it up, it's something like that off the top of my head. And that's just like that is video RAM dedicated for performance, for graphics and stuff like that. It's not like like how we think about like RAM on a computer and stuff like that. It's literally just for making the graphics in the game. And usually the more gig you have on there, the more it's like a random access storage is what like what basically RAM is. And so the more stuff it can hold in there and keep for quick reference, it's gonna run better and be able to pull it up faster. So a lot of the new games, back the 10 series cards like what you had, Gunny, were like 8 gig and 4 gig and 6 gig of video RAM
Yeah,
back in
I
that
think mine's
series.
6.
And then we started making that jump up into the, like 10s. And then we made that jump into the teens. And now we're getting into the 20s. So, I mean, I'm not surprised that, a 16 gig, I guess it's kind of low, but
That's what
maybe
I
it's going to be
thought.
like, it's going to be maybe kind of fast. Maybe they're going to go for like the speed of it will help make it run better without reading up on it. But,
Yeah, because I didn't read the article. I was thinking like that seems kind of low. I'm thinking like because we're into the 4090 series of the Nvidia, but yeah, I wasn't sure what AMD is just behind the curve, or is it just because I always see like the comparisons
I mean,
once in
they
a while.
don't
I'll
really
watch a video.
compete with Nvidia on the very high end anymore. They don't really try to like
Yeah,
outdo them. Yeah, the 4090 has 24 gig of DDR6. So unless this is using a new type of RAM, if it's like DDR7 or something like that. But yeah, so the 4090 still has a lot more virtual RAM.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so
just
not
make
much
it,
there. They might go to 16. Okay.
yeah, nothing too crazy. I mean, that's probably on par with what most people have now. I'm sure it's going to run better. It's new technology. The newer it is, the better it's going to run. It's going to support new, whatever was it FSR or whatever they have. They'll probably have something
Yeah,
new where we have like,
FSR2.
where we'll, like we're like on my graphics card to compare to like Jesus's. I have DLSS 3.0 where I think he has like
Oh,
2.0. You know,
I'm a
so I have
fucking
a
hobo.
couple little new features, nothing crazy. Like it's just like a better version of it, but
Let me tell you
you
something.
know.
I try to run was it that Avatar game on like super duper mega quadruple ultra settings? And the game said, fuck you, you ain't running this shit.
Yeah.
No, it really did. It went from like 60 frames to like 25, and then to like 3, and then to like 20,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
then
well,
it
it's probably a
crashed.
big open environment, yeah.
Yeah, it went
It,
slideshow on you.
it was a legit, it was like a PowerPoint presentation. I was like, what's going on? It was bad. And then the game, while I was running it, like at some point it did crash on me when I was playing it. I don't know. I think I had my settings too high in it. Because my fucking PC was running, dude. You could hear like all the fans were going like max fucking speed trying to keep it cool. That shit was like running like a motherfucker, and it just crashed. It literally, it didn't just crash my game, Mayo. The whole PC crashed. The whole thing. Everything shut down.
Right.
It was that bad.
Yeah, it got too hot.
I think it overheated my CPU. I think that's what happened.
Yeah, it
It was
might have. They have
bad.
a failsafe in them where the CPU gets so hot, they typically
Yeah.
will shut down before it fries itself.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. I think it was just going too much. Like, so I went in there and I lowered some settings to like from ultra or whatever to high, and like a couple of them to medium, Most of them are at high still though, and now it's running pretty good. And with ultra performance on DLSS, it runs pretty fucking good. Like it's constantly at 60 FPS. Maybe like a few times I've seen it dip into like 55, but then it'll jump right back up to 60 plus. I bet if I go in there and tweak those settings and knock some down to medium even more, that shit would be running pretty fucking good, like way higher than what it is right now. But also my graphics card only has 10 gigs of RAM, Mayo. So 16 sounds like quite a lot to me, okay?
Yeah. I
All
mean,
right, mine only has
it's on
10.
par with. I think mine was 16. I don't remember. Let me see.
You probably have 12. No, you probably have 16.
Yeah, it might be. It might be 12.
Mine's 10. My 2080 was 12. So there's that.
Yeah, mine is like. It's not coming up right away. I was trying to see. It is 12. Yeah,
There
so
you go.
mine's 12 as well. So I mean, it's right on par with what Nvidia is doing now. Like I said, I know for sure the 90 is 24, but and
Yeah.
I think maybe the 4080 was 16. Then that's probably what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be decent. Being a newer GPU, it'll be good. You know, it'll run games well. It's built for modern games, so I'm sure it'll do good.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I was thinking on my next build I should try AMD. All AMD.
Yeah.
I already have an AMD CPU.
Yeah, I hear mixed. I hear a lot of people
see,
don't like them, but I mean, it depends on the person. I mean, it seems like they're fine. They're a lot cheaper, you know.
uh,
But
but I was thinking, Mel, do I now? Okay, do I upgrade a PC later this year and get a new PC later this year in 2024, or do I wait? Do I wait till next year now?
I think you'll wait till
Kinda.
next year at this point because I think they're now starting to talk about a 5 series and getting in early into the 5 series.
Maybe I should skip the first 5 and go to the second 5.
Yeah, maybe like the TI versions or something of them. Because you know your card now is plenty for what you're playing, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
And really, like I was telling my son, like on my monitor, like my one monitor is at 280 hertz, but it's only 1080p. The gap between the GPUs on a 1080p monitor is less than the gap between like 1440 or 4K. Like because the demand isn't, the resources isn't, intensive on it. So like my 2080 performed pretty close to what this 4070 does at 1080p. But when I
Yeah.
started going to 1440 and 4K, that's where that extra RAM in there is making a difference, and then my graphics card will pull away. So the higher the resolution, the better the performance you get. So for me, it's like I play a lot of stuff at 1080p anymore on this 280 hertz monitor because that's the one that's in front of me. I mean, I have my 1440 off to the side, and I'll play games on there as well. But I was messing around with this something the other day, and it's about, I want to say about 20 frames difference between 1080p and 1440 with this card on the same settings in the same game if I switch monitors. I was kind of playing around with it the other day, going from 1080p to 1440, and it's only about a 20 frame hit, so that's not too shabby. But so yeah, so if you're doing a lot of 4K gaming, it may be worth it, But if you're sticking with 1440, you can probably just push your graphics card a little bit for a while. You're fine yet.
Yeah, well, I have this. Yeah, all I have is this ultra wide monitor or whatever, 1440.
Yeah, it's 1440, right? It's just got it's like 3600 by 1440 or something,
Yeah, that's what it is.
or 37 or something.
36 something, like 3660, I think, or 3630 by whatever. Yeah, I should be fine. I think I could do another year, man.
I think you can too.
I want to get a new PC when GTA comes out. I want to be able to push that game.
Well,
But that game won't be out for another. Yeah, that game has at least 2-3 years till it comes to even if it comes out next year on the consoles, it won't be out till the next year after that on the PC.
I think that might not be true, guys.
What?
Well,
how dare you?
I know. Like I was even like, so here's what I think. I understand that's how they do it, right? Like, with GTA, they, or Red Dead Redemption, the next one, right? They always wait a year because they always want to double dip, right? Get people to buy it on, like go out and buy a PS5 or Xbox to, buy the next GTA game. That's how they sell consoles, right? Or more of them. Then it'll come to PC 1 year later. I think that's what they did. But remember now, they have their own launcher. So I think, this is what I think, just a prediction that, and I think that came out, 4 months after Red Dead Redemption 2, their Rockstar launcher. this is what I think they'll do. I think it'll be a 6-month thing. Just my prediction. And then Rockstar will come out and go, guess what, guys? You can come buy it here on our own launcher. They get 100% of the money, right? 100% on their own launcher.
Well,
and then I think a year later it'll come to Steam.
But listen, I think it's going to be, they'd rather get 200% of their money if they just had me buy it on the PlayStation and then buy it again on the PC a year later.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I think, I don't know, just my thoughts.
On their own launcher.
Yeah, on their own launcher.
So they'll get 200% of my money no matter
I think they'll still get the triple, right? People will buy it on their own launcher 6 months later, and then they'll be like, I want everything on Steam. I'm a big Steamer. And then they'll buy it on there as well.
And then I'll buy it again on Steam 4 years later.
Yep.
It'll go on sale for half off, and you'll get it for half price.
That's it.
So they'll get 250% out of me instead of just 100%. Gunny, what are you thinking, man? Come on here. I'm trying to get that guy a forest. Okay.
No, this is
he needs to be like Sweeney, get his own forest.
Yeah, we're trying to get him a forest next to Sweeney's forest. They're going to have all the forests in the country bought up by billionaires because they want to all have
Bill Gates bought all the farmland and Sweeney's buying all the forests. Yeah.
Except for Gabe. Gabe's still hanging out in New Zealand over there on his boat.
That guy's hiding in some yacht.
He was so salty he had to come to go. When does he have to go to court? He's got to fly all the way to Washington, right? He's like,
he's over there hanging out
here.
He's out there buying oceans, probably. He's out there like,
probably bought all the islands out there.
We're buying a chunk of the ocean out here, guys.
Made like 5 man-made islands.
Maybe he knows something, guys, that we don't know. Maybe he's seen something. Yeah. He's seen something in the algorithm. He's probably thinking like, man, the whole world is going to end and it's all going to become water. It's going to be fucking water world. But I'm already on a boat. Fuck
March 2024, global warming, wars, going down.
Fucking water world, and he's already on a boat, so he's safe.
He's probably got like a underwater fucking bunker built over there.
He's got Atlantis down there,
Yeah.
In other news, there's some more news here. The Insomniac. Oh wait, no, hold on. Let's talk about this other thing real quick. Fallout, Mayo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, listen. Team Full On revealed Fallout London.
Oh, it's yeah.
DLC size mod for Fallout 4 back in 2021, and it captured the interest of players quickly. Now we got a new trailer, and it's coming out, Mayo. Okay, it's finally here. They dropped a trailer last year for a 2023 release date, but then they pushed it back. They're saying the real release date is now April 23rd, 2024. Okay, they announced this in a developer update on December 23rd, and the team showed off more work that has been done since the last trailer. They highlighted a well-worn and lesser-known locales of London, alongside new enemies, weapons, and more. This is fucking cool, man. I want to play this, actually. So, yeah.
It does look awesome. I was watching some videos earlier this week, and so I think they want to work out the bugs and crap, and I think it's going to be out in March, they say. Like the official. So here's the question: is it free? I don't know. Is it in the Creation Club? There's no talk of that as far as like. I'm gonna say it's probably a free thing, right?
Yeah.
I didn't actually. I'm afraid to Google it to be like it's $40 or something crazy. But so I'm assuming all you need is just a Fallout 4 and probably just go to the Nexus for mods, or hopefully it'll just be out on Steam in the workshop.
They said, despite being content complete as planned, upon careful consideration, we've recognized that our testing process may not be as robust as we desire, they wrote. They said, to be candid, the main factor influencing the decision lies in the composition of our scripting team. A significant portion of our team members come from a region affected by conflict, which has understandably impacted the focus on the mod. As such, it caused us to fall behind our schedule. Only through clever reorganization and reskilling of team members have we managed to catch up, but it has come at the cost of testing. Our commitment is to provide you with a polished and as close to a flawless experience as we can. We only get one chance at a first release. We aim to deliver a memorable Fallout London experience and wish to avoid any release issues such as those that have plagued other community or industry projects recently. Team Fallout says that's why the release date is now April 23rd instead of the previously planned 2023 release date. And it also notes that this sets Fallout London release closer to the release of Amazon Studios' Fallout TV series, which premieres on April the 12th. That's a good date for them to come out then, a week after the premiere of that show.
It is. Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything official from Bethesda or anything, but I know they're on board with the modding community, so.
Yeah. It's just crazy to me that these guys can work on a cool ass mod like this for a game. A mod, and Bethesda can't. They worked 25 years on Starfield and they fucking trash. Fucking Starfield.
Starfield. So they did come out with like Fallout 4 had Far Harbor. I played a little bit of that, and then they had what was it called? Armatron, or I don't know.
They had 3 more, right?
There was like 2 main ones or whatever they had. But I think the real, significant part for me was just, the base game, and I did play the modded part of it.
But this looks this was like a whole new area, like a whole new map, a whole new world. You're in fucking London, dude. That looks cool as fuck.
Yeah.
It's not just like, oh, we're gonna add a little section. Like, no, this is like a whole new this is a whole new thing. Like, it's almost like a whole new game by itself.
Yeah, they've got and it's even bigger than the 2 DLCs Bethesda even made.
Yeah.
And it was like a couple thousand people just chipping in, helping out with assets, and yeah, it's amazing.
That's insane to me, dude. Like, that's crazy that some people can get together and do that type of shit, man.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I can't believe that's nuts.
I mean, what's going to be amazing is if this is really successful, just they probably do have a game studio, right?
Why don't they just make them a game studio, but Bethesda hire them and say, hey guys, you guys want to come work with Xbox and us?
Yeah.
We'll give you guys a studio.
Or I would just say let's just stay out of the Xbox thing and just be independent,
Yeah.
of that. So there's no ill effects of it, and just they can keep getting people who are passionate about the project, not make it about money, right? It's more about making amazing mods like this.
It's always about the money, Gunny.
You think so? But I don't know. This is more of a passion project. I could be wrong, but
all about the
unless
money,
it is in the
Gunny.
Creation Club and they want to charge $20-$30 for it, then yeah, I might pick it up. I really liked Fallout 4 and Fallout 3.
In other news, the Insomniac hack goes away beyond leak video games. On December 12th, Mayo, you may or may not know this, notorious ransomware group Residia announced it was holding a mass of Insomniac Games data hostage. If Insomniac Games wanted to keep the information from being released, it would have to pay up. Residia wanted 50 Bitcoin, Mayo. That's roughly $2 million for the data. And it was willing to take that from anyone who wanted it via an auction on the dark web. When the imposed 7-day deadline passed without any buyers, Residia posted most of the hack data online. A massive 1.67 terabytes that contains more than 1.3 million files, according to cybersecurity website Cyber Daily. The data was uploaded in 3 separate parts, each one organized in a data catalog with an interface similar to Microsoft's File Explorer. These files include lots of in-development materials from Insomniac's upcoming Wolverine game, including design documents, casting information, level designs. In-progress gameplay from Marvel's Wolverine started to spread quickly, as did other information about the studio's partnership with Marvel. It's a devastating and unprecedented leak of a game information for a long time, similar in scope to last year's Grand Theft Auto 6 breach. Adam Marr, Chief Information Security Officer at cybersecurity company Arctic Wolf, and former Avalanche Software game developer, told Polygon that the Insomniac breach appears to be one of the more significant breaches in the gaming industry. Jonathan Weissman, a principal lecturer at Rochester Institute of Technology Department of Cybersecurity, told Polygon that the cyber attack and subsequent leaks are completely unprecedented. But the Insomniac leak includes far, far more than just game assets. Effectively, hundreds of employees may have been doxxed. First, there are files from the upcoming Wolverine game and the company's 12-year release plan. That alone is terrible. However, it is much deeper than that, said Weissman. He said, we're talking about non-disclosure agreements with major companies and studios, internal developer Slack communications, internal HR documents, scanned employee passports, and more. Among the sensitive HR documents published by Residia are internal investigations and disciplinary reports, employees' personal details, such as their passport scans, and recorded videos of their meetings, even a list of employees and their t-shirt sizes. The breach puts hundreds of employees at risk in an industry that's already hostile to developers, particularly people in marginalized groups. Harassment and threats from players towards video game developers is a serious problem in the industry. Over 75% of developers in 2023 said so, with 40% of respondents saying they have experienced it directly. Marsh said the extensive nature of the leak specifically is the inclusion of employee information in communications is atypical for the video game industry and makes this a more severe violation of privacy and security. It can be compared to other large-scale hacks in other industries where employees' data come into play. Says here, game developer Rami Ismail said that the Insomniac leak is indeed disappointing and it does have an impact on how a game is perceived. He said developers always say people will only know what ships, meaning that players will judge a game by how it ships, not the process that led to the end result. It's a questionable and deeply hurtful practice to leak unfinished game assets, Ismail said, but publishing employee information is just straight up evil. It says here, it is horrifying to me that these game developers now have to worry about their personal information being out there. I have intentionally not taken a look at the files, but I would assume these files might contain their names, their addresses, or other sensitive information, in which case developers, a group already at risk of doxing and hatred, now have to figure out how to keep themselves and their families safe. Residia, the group that hacked Insomniac and published the information online, is known to government agencies despite being a relatively new operation. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Office of Information Security said Residia operates by using phishing attacks to gain access remotely, as well as other types of attacks. The U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency also warned against Residia ransomware back in November after the organization targeted the healthcare industry and government institutions. The CISA declined to comment on the Insomniac hack instead of pointing towards their November notice. Says here, Marr told Polygon that Sony and Insomniac must both improve their cybersecurity measures. This could include strengthening their network security, implementing a more robust authentication process, and conducting regular security audits and penetration testing. Employee training on cybersecurity awareness is also vital to mitigate any other risk in phishing or social engineering attacks. So there's all that. But yeah, pretty much says here, the only objective for Residia is money. A spokesperson for the group told Cyber Daily as much. That's all they want. It's money. They don't give a fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
Says here,
it sounds like it, right? If they're going to release all the employees' information, right? It's kind of a. I mean, yeah, it's fucked up. It is evil, and it's more or less like, look what we'll do next time. This is what happens when you don't give us the money.
Yeah.
But yeah,
crazy,
I know
though.
it's been like a couple weeks here since this happened, and we were over on the holiday break. But I've had some time to really think about this. Where I don't know if I've even heard it from other news outlets or whatever, journalists or just regular YouTubers but I thought, man, like I can't think of who am I more upset with as far as these assholes that, stole this information, or whoever it was at Insomniac that just couldn't lock this information down more, I get it. It's not.
Yeah, but you hear about it everywhere though, so I'm sure it's hard to lock down. It's like I'm sure there's always a way around something. I mean, always it seems like they're always finding a way around it somehow.
I understand. We're in that age, right? Everything's online. You name it, right? Somebody can just pay somebody and just get any information from. Yeah, I understand. I don't know what a phishing attack is, but
the crazy thing to me is that I guess Sony or whatever. I guess, right? We could say Sony because they own Insomniac. They, I guess, didn't give a fuck about it. They just said, we're not going to pay it and see what happens. if they would have paid it, would the
They-
hacker group not have released it? I mean, you never know,
Or
right?
they might want to ask for more money. They might ask for more. That's
Right.
what. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what would have happened if they would have paid them. Would they have not released it? Because I remember at my work a few years ago at my old job, one day I go to get on the computer, right? We're starting up work. Everything's going good. We boot up the computers. And all the files on my computer, like all the files we had for blueprints, all the shit we had for like documents, it was all like random, like it was like fucking like weird symbols, Mayo. It was like triangles and squares and circles and X's. But like every so many lines, you would see a thing that said email. It said email 10 Bitcoin to this address. And it had like a wallet, like a Bitcoin wallet address. And it said, if you want your information back, email 10 Bitcoin here. And it just fucking kept repeating that on every file. Like everything was scrambled on the entire thing. We had to pretty much shut everything off and then like restore the data from a backup that they had, like another server that they had backed up with all the information to get all our shit back, because somebody hacked into the fucking work shit and said, fuck you, we want 10 Bitcoin or we're gonna not give it to you. Like, good luck. Like that shit just happens, dude. Like it was just random. No one even knows how it happened. Just one day we show up to work and that shit was there. But I wonder how many banks or how many companies actually just pay it. Like they just pay the ransom,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some that do that we just don't know about, or they wouldn't keep doing it. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like eventually they would
Yeah.
quit trying. So I'm sure somebody's probably doing it in the background. We just don't know who.
Yeah. Somebody's paying that shit. In other news, Grand Theft Auto Mail. You like Grand Theft Auto? I like Grand Theft Auto.
I like the story, not the online.
The trilogy definitive edition Gunny is now available on Netflix. That you heard me correctly.
Oh, right. I forgot they do games. Yeah, which I don't have a subscription for.
Okay. You can get it on your Netflix, Mayo. You can play Grand Theft Auto.
Okay.
The trilogy definitive edition. That includes Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Grand Theft Auto 3, and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Yeah.
So how do you do that So is that more of a mobile thing, or is it more like, hey, I can just, on my PC, I can download the Netflix app or whatever, or log in, it's got its own launcher. I know it has its own launcher on mobile, but does it have it on PC?
Maybe it's on mobile? I'm assuming I don't know
Yeah,
how that
because
works.
there are games down there that are available, like all that stuff that are available via mobile.
I couldn't tell you how to play this. I know it's on Netflix. I don't know where on it. Maybe it's on your phone on Netflix.
Yeah.
In other news, another Sony hit here. First Contact Entertainment, the team behind VR games like 2018's Firewall Zero Hour and this year's or last year's Firewall Ultra on PSVR 2, has announced they are closing their doors. After almost 8 years as a studio, it will shut down at the end of 2023. It already did, apparently. They cite a lack of VR support within the industry. After almost 8 years of working with the most amazing team I've ever had the pleasure of being a part of, I'm sad to announce that we will be closing our company, First Contact Entertainment, by the end of this year, a Facebook post from the company read. The lack of support for VR within the industry has eventually taken its toll. As a AAA VR game developer, we are just not able to justify our expenses needed going forward. We are a team of fearless innovators willing to push new tech to its limits. I am extremely proud of the team and grateful to our investors, our partners, and of course, our community of dedicated and passionate players. It's been a wild ride. Thank you. So that's crazy, but yeah, like that's a big shooter, man, and like it's done. That studio is dead. Wow.
Bye.
That's crazy.
That's probably the biggest shooter I remember on the PSVR, the original one. Like, and now they're closed. So like that's insane. Like, what's the state of VR, man? Because like people tell me that some of the shit's awesome. We see Meta and Quest invest a lot of money into it. They keep releasing new headsets. What's going on here? like
Right.
What's with VR, Mayo? Is it dying or is it not dying? Can't tell. You can't tell what's going on.
I can't tell either.
Bill and Leahy in the community both have been like, oh, they have the Quest 3 and they're enjoying it and talking about some newer games. The new, what's that?
Well, he bought
Asgard's
the
Wrath,
Meta, right?
right?
New Meta.
It's the
Yeah.
second one. Like
Yeah.
they say that game is really good, and then there's that new Assassin's Creed game. I guess is really good. So I don't know.
And
And
Irons has been
there's
telling me he's been playing with the Quest 3 and he's got like some fucking Call of Duty game on there or some shit he said that it's really fun.
yeah. And
So I
one
don't
thing
know.
I've noticed too is that some of the games that they do release, Jesus, it will come to the Quest 2 and 3. Like they're not just releasing it on the 3. That's what I've seen recently where I'm like, oh, that's cool. I can actually play that because I have the Quest 2, but I actually have to plug it in and recharge it. Log in, see what's going on, what's good in the store. I just play the free demo shit. Yeah, so it's not so much for me. Might be for a younger generation. I know I probably mentioned it before, but one of my coworkers, she has 2 kids that are, like 7 and 9, and they've expressed interest in some of the VR stuff. So, because she said, I just want to do the Quest because I don't want to buy a new PlayStation. I'm like, okay, yeah. She's like, I got a computer. But I said, yeah, you don't really need it. Like, you can just log in and it's got its own store. She goes, yeah, our friend has it. And they, that's why my kids want it. So, yeah, probably more of that younger generation wants to play. But yeah, the new Meta is like expensive. A little too much.
That's a rich people's headset, bro. So here, more news. My last piece of news, man. Last and most important piece of news. Listen, Mel, I know you wanted Mickey Mouse as the HGP logo for a long time now.
I did, in secret here. We've always been talking about
I
this. I've
know.
always been wanting to have it on, and you guys are like, no. Do I finally get it now?
Listen, today is the day, Mayo. The original Mickey Mouse, the first Mickey Mouse now, is now public domain.
Yeah, I saw that article. What's up?
So the Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse is now public domain. Boom. 95 years ago was when that little Mickey Mouse came out on screen in black and white. And now you can use that Mickey Mouse as anything because he's free to use. And Disney cannot sue you for it. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is.
So how many things you think we're going to see that Mickey Mouse in now? Everything, t-shirts, everything?
Yeah, I think t-shirts for sure.
Do you think he's going to be smoking a joint on a t-shirt or something?
Yes.
Welcome to Weed. Welcome to Weed. Yeah, welcome to Weed, California, and it's going to be that Mickey Mouse was smoking a fucking joint.
There's going to be a new cartoon, probably, from different company.
You think there'll be a horror movie?
Oh, definitely. Oh, there was. Man. What did I see today? There was already one scheduled. Jesus, there's already one scheduled.
What?
Yeah, I saw it. I think I saw it at IGN.com. Ryan McCaffrey posted it. I was looking for news today and I saw it.
Are we gonna get a black and white Mickey Mouse shooter?
Somebody will make it. It's already in development. It's going to be on Steam. There's going to be 5 games on Steam.
We missed opportunity. We need to make a game right now and release it tonight. The Mickey Mouse
right.
game. So we may ask, guys, what has gone public domain? Well, let me tell you. Mickey Mouse. That's right. Steamboat Willie was the cartoon that it was unveiled in back in 1930 some shit. And I think it was 1939 actually. And Mickey Mouse. Yeah, but you cannot use Mickey Mouse voice though, because that's a different Mickey Mouse, and his voice was created later, and Disney has a copyright on his voice. But you give him another voice, I guess, or have him voiceless. But yeah, Mickey Mouse.
So that reminded me of something a while back. My girlfriend showed me, like her mom or somebody sent to her. It's have you ever seen the video of Mickey Mouse making cheese?
No.
He was making Swiss cheese. I put it in our chat. It's this little it's an old black and white Mickey Mouse video of making cheese.
He's
Listeners,
making
you guys can YouTube it. It's on YouTube. And it's how he's putting the holes in Swiss cheese.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if this is like an official real life video, but like I've seen a lot of stuff on it before. I don't know if you watched it or not, but there's YouTube videos in there you can see it. And he's on like an assembly line.
Is it kid friendly?
Yeah, it's kid friendly because it's a cartoon,
okay.
but You'll figure it out when you see it.
I could only imagine what he's doing to put the whole in the Swiss cheese, man.
Yes, solid blocks of cheese.
Yeah. Oh shit.
And it's the old steamboat style looking Mickey Mouse.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that's what's become public domain apparently, according to them as of this year. And I think Disney was trying to keep it copyrighted for longer because they're the reason like copyright laws are so like strict on some shit because of Disney because they go crazy on their shit. Like they don't want because all their shit's really old, all their stuff is from like the 40s, the 30s, the 50s, the 60s. So they want all their shit to stay with them forever, And they go nuts on that shit, man. They fucking sue everybody.
Yeah. I don't think you can even buy like a Mickey Mouse hat, like the official club hat or whatever, outside of, a license.
Yeah.
Without getting sued.
Yeah. So yeah, man, I don't know. But that's all we have for news. What other news has happened in the last few weeks? I don't know. Nothing really. The video game awards happened. We saw that, I guess. That was okay. I watched a little bit of it. It was kind of lame, to be honest, man. I didn't like how little.
I thought the same.
How little time they gave developers to ink people, like.
Hey, at least
seconds.
no nut job was able to get on stage this time. There was that.
Yeah, that's true. But there was only one.
Said they beefed up security.
Yeah. And like you've noticed this time, there was only like one person allowed on stage per game. Like before, remember the last few years, it was always like a group of people that would go up there to accept the award. And this time it seemed like it was only like one person or two people at most that would go up there, And even then, they wouldn't talk for long. They would talk for like 30 seconds maybe. And then they'd be like, oh, okay. Now it's time to move on.
They start cutting the music. They play the music like they were supposed to get off. Yeah.
Like, get the fuck off, Like, it's like, what the hell, dude? And then we go to some stupid fucking commercial thing or whatever, or like some weird other shit. It's like some random fucking crap. But then, like, they'd invite like some fucking actor on stage or something, and they would talk for like 5 minutes. It's like, okay, like, is this still about video games or about actors?
What's his name? Matthew McConaughey, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, was he?
He has a new game.
Yeah, like what the fuck? They have like these random actors up there, like talking to them for 5 minutes. Like the developers and shit can only talk for like 10 seconds. I don't get it, man.
I was kind of disappointed in like all the trailers of the new games. Like we were like different shows I was hearing like, oh, are they gonna announce to this? Are they gonna announce to that? We saw nothing major. I thought really. We've seen a little bit of gameplay of oh gosh, what's the Ninja Theory game?
Senhal Sacrifice.
Hellblade.
Sacrifice.
Yeah.
Hellblade.
Yeah,
we've seen that. And that was about it. We didn't see anything from Sony at all, really. We didn't really see anything from Microsoft. We seen the Blade thing, but that didn't really show anything. Like that didn't give us anything to go off of, except for just an announcement. Like to me, I was kind of disappointed. Like I had on while at work, but I just feel like it was kind of a letdown on stuff to see. So hopefully, each individual showcase event will be better.
Yeah.
But hey, guys, I wanted to. I was looking at this article earlier. It was just touching on some of the biggest games that are coming in 2024, and some that I'm anticipating, and some maybe I'll play or I won't. But first one is Dragon's Dogma 2. I know I've been watching, more gameplay of that from Square. Or Capcom, excuse me. They've been showing more of that this past December. They showed some more gameplay footage, and always excited to play more or dive into that game once it comes out. Makes me want to go play the first one again. Let's see. We've got Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Think I've seen gameplay maybe outside of this past E3
I think they showed that one in the Game Awards, maybe.
Oh, did they? Okay.
And it looked okay.
Is that one I have not seen? I wasn't sure if that was games.
It was like a mix of 2D and 3D, I think.
What about the Suicide Squad, guys? Kill the Justice League?
Oh, that looks kind of cool. Awards. That looks okay. I mean, it depends, right? It could be a total shit show, but I mean, I thought Avatar was going to be a shit show, and it's actually pretty fun.
Yeah. Not a lot of marketing on that game, right? But yeah, it actually came through.
It's kind of weird that they didn't really market it much. They marketed that other fucking stupid game more than this. was it Assassin's Creed Mirage?
Yeah.
They marketed Mirage way more than Avatar, when Avatar is clearly the way better game. I don't know what the fuck Ubisoft was thinking there. Like maybe they were thinking, well, Assassin's Creed is our like main franchise. Like maybe we should like advertise that more. I just don't know what the fuck they were thinking, Mayo, because like I've played both of them, and I could tell you this right now: I'm gonna play a lot more of Avatar than I ever did of Mirage or whatever the fuck that shit's called. That fucking weird fucking game.
Yeah, and maybe they are hopeful, like the Assassin's Creed title would carry the game more than Avatar. You know what I mean? Like Avatar could be a good game, and people are like, "Oh, it's Avatar," but like Assassin's Creed, people are just gonna like, "Oh, if there's a new Assassin's Creed, fans of the series are gonna buy it no matter what."
Yeah, my brother bought it just to buy it because he likes Assassin's Creed.
So the more they advertise it, maybe they thought more people would buy it no matter what. Yeah. Even though Avatar is probably the better game.
Yeah. But yeah, I think you're completely right because my brother legit bought Assassin's Creed Mirage just because it was Assassin's Creed. And I even asked him, I was like, why did you buy that? And he's like, I don't know. He's like, because I don't really like it. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, I don't like that they went back to the old style from the new style. You know, like they went back to like the previous titles instead of the last two or whatever, since like Odyssey and the Valhalla and fucking Origins were better, he said. He says, I got used to that style, and now they go back to this other style. He's like, I don't like that. And I'm like, well, fuck, why did you buy it? He's like, because it's Assassin's Creed. I'm like, fuck, I guess. I guess they got you. But yeah.
What about Skull and Bones, Jesus? That's out in February.
That's not out.
Yeah, right. Come on. They're releasing it in February. Yeah. It's going to happen.
Everybody's like, this game's not coming out. Nobody believes it.
Yeah. Bro, like, really? Like, when they announced this game? Wasn't this announced when like Sea of Thieves came out?
Yeah.
They've
been doing more developer kind of streams, I guess you can call them, on Twitch. I've been watching those, like not the full fucking segments of them, but yeah, and they've just been going around just blowing up ships. I'm like, yay, cool, take over a ship, grab the resources, blow up.
You know why I want to play? You know why I want to play this game? Just because Assassin's Creed Black Flag was my favorite Assassin's Creed out of all of them. That shit was fucking awesome, dude. When you pull up next to one of those big ships, like one of the Royal British Navy ships, and start fucking attacking them, and then you jump on their boat and start killing all of them, and then you jump back to your boat, and then you fight their captain. That shit was cool as hell. It was fucking like epic.
It looks like they kept that same formula from the streams that I've watched. It looks, very much like a Black Flag.
What I don't want is to be online and having to be online all the time with random fucking players running up to me and blowing me up because they've been playing all fucking day long and I've been at work, so they got
level
like this ship.
Yeah. Prestige.
Didn't I hear that level 3 Sea of Thieves has like an offline version now, kind of like
that? Is that now available? Yeah.
Maybe you'd want to play something like that, Jesus. You wouldn't have the realistic graphics, but you could enjoy the thing without having to worry about.
But listen, I like Sea of Thieves because they make it balanced, Mayo. Like I could have a little boat and you can have the bigger boat. Yeah, I get that part, but if I'm on a big boat with 3 of my buddies or 4 of them or whatever, and we're on a boat, big one, and we're cruising and we're doing quests, and then we run into another ship that's a big ship, we know that ship has the same amount of cannons that we do. Like they didn't go and upgrade their ship, and now they have like 50 cannons on one side of their ship, and like they're gonna blow us up in 2 seconds because their ship is more upgraded than my ship. Or knowing fucking Ubisoft, what they're going to do is they're going to be like, oh, well, this guy spent $50 on some fucking DLC purchase pack and he bought this fucking 50 cannon upgrade for his ship. And now, now he's going to just pull up next to you and fucking blow you away because he's got 50 cannons on his ship and you only got 4 on yours because you're a fucking hobo.
Great. Okay, Jesus, you're the hobo. Do you want to pay just $20 extra for the insurance? Insure your boat. Come on, you want to insure your ship. So when it gets wrecked by an online level 50 player, you can get your ship back out of the fucking you'll be good. You'll be good. Just $20.
No.
Do it. Just buy the season pass, and it comes with free insurance.
This fucking season passes. God damn
The
it.
battle pass.
Fucking battle pass. Oh my god. Fuck this shit. I don't want to play this anymore. It better not have a fucking battle pass. This better just be some single player ass game where I can just chill and do my own thing.
It's gonna be the
as a
pirate
cool
pass
pirate.
or something.
The pirate pass. the bay pass. Some dumb fucking shit that the fucking name.
The mast pass? I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know, man. I don't like. That's what Ubisoft would do. I know Ubisoft would do that. They will let me pay them $40 for some fucking upgrade, where they let me fucking spend. Like, it's already come up in the Avatar game today. It came up. Oh, you received a free 300 credits. I'm like, a free 300 credits? What the fuck for?
Uh-oh.
Well, guess what happened, Mayo? I opened up my fucking start menu, and guess what's there? A big old fucking store that pops up. And it's like, oh, hey, you got your 300 free credits. Do you want to spend them on absolutely nothing because nothing costs 300 credits? Everything costs 500 credits, and you can spend $5 to get 500 credits, but these 300 credits are worth like nothing. Like, but you need to spend money to spend more money. Like, and they got like all these fucking cosmetic packs and fucking some hunter pack shit on there, like some fucking hunter fucking upgrade shit. They got some other crap on there. They got that same shit in that other game. That Assassin's Creed Mirage had the same crap.
Yeah.
Some fucking stupid. Yeah, some stupid fucking store where you can go in there and buy some fucking bullshit ass fucking skin or whatever for your character, dude. No, Ubisoft. I'm not doing it, man. Fuck you guys.
I actually did buy, like, not this year or whatever, but yeah, I bought it for previous Assassin's Creed games. They suckered me and they got me to buy it.
The only one I think I bought it for was maybe Assassin's Creed Origins.
Yeah,
but
Origins.
I really was into that game. I beat that whole game. I was really into that shit. I was playing that shit like nonstop for like ever. I played that game, it feels like. And then the other one they released, the Odyssey one in Greece. I didn't like that.
I did half of that game. I only did half for some reason.
I didn't like it. I bought it, but I never finished it because I was just like, this is lame. I don't want to do all this for 200 hours. And then
a lot.
The Viking one, Valhalla, was okay. I don't know, man.
That got even longer.
Listen, man, I just want an Assassin's Creed Black Flag type of game where I'm on a boat, my guys are singing, and we're all singing some fucking sailor fucking jingles or whatever, and we're all chilling. What are they? They don't call them jingles. They call them shanties, don't they?
Yeah.
Is it a shanty?
Is that? Yeah, I believe so.
Is that what they're called? We're singing some shanties on our big ship.
I ever played Black Flag, actually.
Dude, Black Flag is so good, Mayo. You know what? I even thought about buying it recently. Like, I don't even know. It was probably
I have
Steam.
it. I own it on
really
Ubisoft, but I've never played it.
That game is really good, dude. Like, you got
the one with Johnny Depp, right?
No, it's not Johnny Depp. I mean, I guess he kind of is like a Johnny Depp, but he's not really Johnny Depp. I mean, you're really just playing Assassin's Creed, and you're mostly on a boat, dude. You're mostly like, yeah, there's times where you have to be on land and you have to assassinate people on some fucking island, but most of that game is on a boat going from island to island and looting shit, and then like fighting the British Navy, like the Royal Navy or whatever, like Pirates of the Caribbean, where they're fighting the British. That's what you're doing in this game. You're fighting the fucking British, and like they'll have like little boats, they'll have big boats, they'll have like their super super big, like big fucking boats with like other little boats that support it. So like instead of fighting just the one boat, you're fighting like 5 boats at once. Like, it's really cool though, because you can upgrade your ship, you can upgrade your crew, you can recruit like a better crew, like you can go to different ports and like do missions, and then you could unlock like different crew members, like have like a different perk to your boat. Like, these guys make your boat sail faster. This guy can make your like ramming speed faster, or your broadside cannons shoot faster or whatever. Like, there's a kind of like little upgrades you can put on your boat. It was actually a really well done fucking game. I cannot believe they never made a sequel to that game. Like,
yeah, Johnny Depp was in Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
He was?
I believe he was in the beginning of the game. Yeah, I remember that.
No way.
Yeah, he was in it. He was in the beginning of it. I remember when I first played it. I was like, it's Johnny Depp. Yeah.
What? No
Yeah, like the
way.
first hour, I think, of the game. When you
No
first,
way.
yeah.
I think we would
No,
have heard about that one. I don't know.
I think you're tripping, dude. No, the character you play, his name is Edward Kenway.
Okay, I thought you meet fucking Johnny in that first part of it. Man, it's been so damn long.
You're
I'm
fucking
old, guys. Give me a
tripping.
break.
You don't fucking meet no Johnny Depp. This is- Like, there was a Pirates of the Caribbean game. Why would they put Johnny Depp in this game? They wouldn't do that. They don't need to.
Okay, shit. Never mind.
Yeah. That's all I have for news, Gunny. What else do we have?
We got some console corner here stuff over here. What do we got? What do we got, guys? We have console corner PlayStation Plus. We have 3 games that are free or included with your essentials, Mayo, would you say? Sort of your base subscription. You've got A Plague Tale Requiem, Evil West, and Nobody Saves the World. I'd say all 3 of those are actually really good. I never did pick up Evil West. I saw it was on sale, Mayo, and I was like, I think I'm going to wait. It's more of a... I've already played the hell out of Remnant 2, so similar style type game, but not enemies don't keep respawning, basically, so it's not a roguelike. Or a Souls-like game either, so depending on your level of difficulty, but yeah, so I say play all 3 of those. I know Ryan loved Nobody Saves the World, so I think you played that too, right, Mayo? Nobody Saves the World?
Yes, that was a really good game.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool. So.
And if you have a PS5 and you've never played it, check that one out for sure.
Moving over to Xbox Land here for Game Pass, because they don't have a gold anymore. Some of the games that did come over and move into the library, you've got Far Cry 6. I do fire that game up every so often. Seems like I'll just never finish that game. And Pillars of Eternity Definitive Edition. I don't know if that's on console and PC, but I know it's definitely on the PC launcher itself. And another game I have not touched. And also Goat Simulator 3. So if you never got enough of the first or second one, I believe Ryan bought number 3, and I did play that for a few hours. And yeah, it's good. It's good, silly fun. Play it as a goat, knocking things down, kicking people. Good stuff. And over on the Epic Store, which game is free today, you get Escape Academy. So that is a puzzle game. So yeah,
No, thanks.
I know. I was like, do I want to? Yeah, I guess I'll just hit purchase. I'll never play it, but not into the puzzlers that much. But in tomorrow's mystery game, right? So there's a, let me just point out, there is a mystery game. I don't know how long this lasts, Jesus. I think you've still got until Friday, I think. There's a new game every day. So, and that started before the holiday. And this is something that they do every year. So release a game every day until whatever, January 7th. I don't even know the time or the date. So I know I got like 15 games last year, just claiming them every day. Got to log in. Get your dailies, guys. I think that's really what we have for the Console Corner and free games, guys. I think we're done.
Anyways.
Go find me, guys. I'm over on the Xbox. I'm over on Epic and over on the PC and Steams as gamertag Gunny Chief. And over on the PlayStation, just on the Hobo PS4, as HGP_Gunny.
Where can we find you, Mayo?
You can find me on the Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, Discord. Where's the Mayo or the Mayo one? One of those 2.
Nice. You can find me on everything as Jesus Walks a Lot. I'll be playing some more games. I want my Steam Deck to come, man. It's on back order.
Oh, I forgot you got that coming. Yeah.
I got that coming. It's coming, man. I know it's coming. It's on back order, though. Fucking pain.
Darn it all.
Fucking Gabe. Get off your damn boat and give me my Steam
Well, maybe,
Deck.
like I said, maybe he's waiting to deliver that one in person when he's over there in court. He's going to come by your house.
Pull up to the Oregon coast and get off of his boat to come give it to me.
He's going to dock over there for a minute.
Yeah, just pull up. Hey, man, just drop this off for you. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, but I want to play some more games. I really want to play more Frostpunk. I don't know what the fuck it is about Frostpunk, man, but
It's funny how us in our old games right now. Like I said, I'm really wanting to play more Dead Cells right now, and you're wanting to play Frostpunk.
Like it's some really hard fucking game that I keep failing, and I'm doing the same mission over, like the same story thing over and over.
Are you playing fast? What's your play style on that?
I speed up most of the days. I speed them up, but I do I have a strategy, man. I know how to place my workers and how to minimize them getting sick. I got like a whole strategy thing for it, man. Like I saw like a big plan, Gunny. This is how I'm getting as far as I'm getting. Problem is that I keep fucking up something every time because I forget that I should have done something else. And I'm like, fuck, now I don't have enough workers. Now I don't have enough coal. Now I don't have enough wood. Now I'm fucking running out of wood. Now my people are dying because there's not enough food because I have nothing to trade for food.
Damn. What a problem. Yeah, it's a good game. It really is. I should fire that
It's
up
a
more
fucking
often.
great game. And that's on Game Pass, actually, Frostpunk. So check it out.
Yeah,
if
that's
you
on the
never-
PC and I believe on console as well.
I have played it through the PC, through Steam, through like a stream. Oh my god, it looks so bad. I also tried playing it on the console one time, guys. Like, I downloaded it on the Xbox Series S. And I was playing it. And I couldn't help about how bad the game looked on the console. I'm like, this is trash.
Yeah.
Like I zoomed in all the way. Everything's all fucking blurry looking. Like nothing's detailed. On the PC, man, when you have the settings cranked up to max and then you zoom in all the way, that world is fucking cool. Like, it almost makes me think like they could make like a really cool series, like a TV show based on a Frostpunk, you know, like some city that's trying to survive the cold, and there's a crazy dictator making all these rules and laws and all this conspiracy shit going on about the world ending and the storm coming. That could be a really cool show, wouldn't it? I think Amazon could do it. Amazon, get on it. It would be like that show on Apple, like that Silo show. Have you ever watched the Silo? That's a good show, man.
Oh, were you
it's on Apple?
My wife was, yeah.
Yeah, Silo. It's on Apple TV. It's about like these people that live in a bunker, like almost like Fallout, and it's about like the bunker and like this chick trying to figure out like why this cop ended up leaving the bunker to go outside and what he knew, and he left like a secret behind for her. And apparently, the rules of the bunker is with the sheriff when he dies, he gets to pick who he wants the next person to be the sheriff of the bunker. So he picked her, and she's just like this mechanic chick all the way at the bottom of the bunker, like working on the generator or whatever. And they're like, yeah, well, he picked you to be the next sheriff. And she's like, why me? But then she starts to figure out why. There's a lot of crazy shit going on in that Silo, like some conspiracy shit. So that season 1 ended pretty good. So I recommend you watch that before season 2 comes out, whenever it does. And then Game of Thrones is coming back next month, I think, or the month after, March, April, something like that. The House of the Dragon's coming back.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. It's a lot of cool shit. I love HBO. HBO is probably my favorite subscription. That one and Apple.
Yeah. I like
the other ones.
Amazon and HBO.
Amazon too. Yeah, Amazon's good. Yeah. But Amazon's kind of like a given, right? Like, you don't really sign up for it. You have Prime. It comes with it. So it's like, who doesn't have Prime these days?
Yeah.
I don't
They're
have
raising
Prime.
the price up next year. For this year, I don't know when it goes down.
You pay for shipping on everything you buy on Amazon now?
I don't order anything from Amazon, really. Like, really, the only time I order from Amazon is usually right around Christmas time. And I'll pay for it for 1 month. I'll pay for Prime for 1 month, and then I'll get Christmas stuff for there.
What?
And then that's it. Yeah.
Mayo, how dare you offend the Amazon gods?
I know, right?
Jeff Bezos is going to strike you down from his yacht. He needs you to buy Amazon Prime every year. I use it all the year, but I don't order shit every month. I probably shouldn't have it, but I do. It's just like there. It's always been there. Like, they've always got my money. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't sign. Maybe you're right, man. Maybe I should be canceling it like you do, and then sign up when I want to use it, and then cancel it. But who knows? Anyways, we're out of here. Peace out, Brussels sprouts. We'll catch you on the next edition of the Horrible Gamers Podcast, hopefully next week.
Bye.
And we all hope you had a great and happy New Year's. Bye.
See ya.